Welcome everybody back to season 6 of Evasion's EU solos battles. We're here for Group D today. We got a wild group for you. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And our two casters today, we got Jeepo and Narwhal. Jeepo, how are you today? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, man, doing very well. Pretty excited to be back. Was here yesterday, back today. Looking forward to seeing the final three qualify for tomorrow's big $3,000 prize final. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely, Narwhal. How about you? How you enjoying today's action so far?
I'm feeling good. These events have been really fun to cast and really fun to watch. I'm excited to be back again for the second weekend casting with Jeepo. I'm super excited to get into the action today, reporter.
Absolutely. Thanks, fellas. Now, our group today, I want to go through our competitors. We've got Blunk, British Ubba, Restless, Desi, Applebringer, Masochist, Mr. Sawyer, Bankai, Gary, Just a Jaguar, and Raggleton is our 11 competitors today. I think this is going to be a great group, especially Blink up at the top here. I think he's a pretty interesting guy. Now, Jeepo, I've heard that a bunch of these characters are talking smack on Twitter today. What's going on with that?
Yeah. Look, this is a family stream, so I'm just gonna use the Johnny Depp, where they've been talking a lot of defecation on Twitter today. A lot of these guys. So I want to see this backed up by bullets. I want to see blood for the blood gods today. If people like Blank are out here throwing shade, then he's got a lot to live up to. He's an Evasion member. We expect him to be pushing hard here anyway, right?
Yeah.
So let's go. I want to see it today.
Yeah, Bloink is a well-known member of the community, that's for sure. Narwhal, would you be talking smack and VoIP with these fellas? What would you be doing?
I'm definitely looking for the VoIP stuff this week. I would be talking smack and VoIP. I wouldn't really be talking it on Twitter, but I do want to point out, and Blank did say, I'm the best there is on Twitter earlier today, so I'm really looking forward to watching him play. But I wouldn't really be talking that much smack. I would be very nervous at this point. This looks like a stacked group of competitors.
Absolutely. I'd probably be changing my underwear pretty frequently if I was in this group. But no, fellas, we got a really exciting group. Our last group of the tournament before we move on to the finals tomorrow. As a reminder to everybody, the finals are tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Moscow time, and we got drops. So make sure your Twitch account is connected to your EFT account to collect those drops. You might need them considering our trader situation at the moment. And if you do want to take a look at the rules, again, !solo rules in the chat. Thanks everybody for hanging out so far. This is going to be a fun final group. Our first raid of the day is going to be sorry, where are we? I'm a little we're going to labs. All right, absolutely. 11 players today on labs, 25 minutes. We're going into labs. We're gonna kill raiders, we're gonna kill PMCs. You're gonna try and get out with 70k worth of loot, and every time you do, you get an additional point. So it's 1 point for a raider kill, 1 point for a PMC kill, 2 points for a dog tag on extract, 3 points for the extract as a whole. And labs is a very complex map. Jeepo, how would you be playing this one? I know it's a pretty PvP oriented map right off the hop.
Yeah, absolutely. Labs has proved to be quite an interesting one to watch here as the very first map of the game that we're rocking. It's been interesting because we've seen some players put up massive scores in this first raid on Labs and then sort of dwindle away a little bit. We've also seen some people sort of go in with a more of an attitude of, I just want to survive. I just want to get out of this map. Labs is not my main. Some of these guys are mains on Labs. They certainly have a bit of an advantage. So it's been really interesting. We did change a little bit. So you need to make for the European qualifiers 70k's worth of loot here, as opposed to 50 before, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But we have seen some crazy PvP. But what I really like about this Labs part of the tournament is raider spawns are increased. And we have seen those raiders cause havoc for these guys. They're all super experienced TARKOV players. The raiders are still the raiders, you know what I'm saying? So really nice way to start this off in Labs.
Absolutely. I think it was Blitzer Girl who got third-partied by a raider the very first raid of the day this morning. Well, at least this morning for me. I know it wasn't morning for some of you. But anyways, so raiders are playing a role here. Narwhal, what would your approach be here? The loot actually plays a significant part of the points, but you may not get to it if you don't go through the PvP early on.
Absolutely. I would have a very different play style the way I usually play on labs. What we've seen in this tournament time and time again is one thing making or breaking a day for a competitor, and that is survival. If you survive these maps, you are getting those extract points. You are getting those dog tag points if you do go for PvP. So I think my play style for labs in particular would not to be go all guns blazing right at the beginning, but making sure that I'm staying in enough to get some of those points, but really starting off my day well with a good extract.
Now make sure you stay on. If you want to make sure you stay, keep your tabs on the Evasion tournaments going forward, make sure you go to evasion.gg on the web. Follow us, of course, on all the socials, evasion_GG. We'll make sure that you get all the information for our upcoming events, be it solos, duos, trios, and EU, NA, or OCE. We've got all sorts of events coming up. Make sure you give us a follow wherever you can. All right, fellas, and while our players are loading in here, let's, oh my gosh, Labs is such a complex map. I avoid it like the plague generally, but it can be a really fun map, especially private servers. No, we don't have to deal with the RGB gamers. So we have an opportunity here to see just some straight PvP in some really legit situations here. Now, Jeepo, what are you most looking forward to today?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the PvP. Like I said, we've seen these guys before. Some of these are new streamers to myself. Some of these are new streamers to Evasion. Some of these guys, though, are competitors we've seen before, so we know they're aggressive. We know they're going to push. And as I said, there's been a lot of back and forth on social media between some of these competitors in a good bantery way, of course. But now, we've had a lot of talk. Let's see if they can actually pull it off here. I'm expecting PvP, I'm expecting dog tags being collected, I'm expecting raiders being pushed, and I'm expecting some big points being put on the board in this first raid. It is labs.
Absolutely.
It's not my map. My play style on labs is not to go. But they got no choice, so let's see how they do.
Absolutely. Now, a quick shout out to a couple channels who have rebroadcasts for us today. If English is not your native language, we have rebroadcasts in Italian and in Polish. Twitch.tv/Utopia Gaming has our Italian rebroadcast, and Twitch.tv/SQBunny_YT has our Polish rebroadcast. Make sure you give them a follow and check those channels out. If English is not your native tongue, we're hoping to make our tournaments more accessible to people who maybe don't speak English. So make sure you please go check them out, and hope you enjoy the show. All right. Before we move into this first raid of our final group, guys, still loading loot is what I'm hearing. What are you guys thinking about this event we got going on in the EFT world currently? We've got 1.5 trillion rubles being extorted by the Lightkeeper. And I know some of us are maybe hoping to extend this event, while some of us would maybe hope that it ends as soon as possible.
How controversial. How controversial do you want me to be? Look, here's the deal. I donated 10 million because I was guilted into it when I was playing with Geeks. If I could take that 10 million back, I would. Not because I need the money. I just like no flea market. You can all cry and give me your salt. I like salt. Give it to me. But I like no flea market. I would like my feedback to Nikita and all the rest, any forums I can, has been give us a way to undo progress. I liked not having traders for a while, and I like being on the other side of it here. I'm not one for donating money to the greater good. The greater good is the money in my stash. So that rolls.
Narwhal, how have you been playing this event? I've heard you had maybe a unique way to play this event. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I don't know how unique it is, but I have definitely just been running around interchange with a revolver. I have my highest serve streak only because I haven't really been running into people. And it's not necessarily that I haven't been running into people, it's that I've kind of been avoiding the people that I hear clomp and that are much heavier than I am. But it has been really interesting.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of the lore behind the event, although personally I'd take my traders back any day soon. Be great. We're going to load in with Blink on this first raid. Cheapo, Narwhal, take it away.
Thanks, reporter. I'm sure this topic is going to come up again today before we're finished. I'm pretty confident we have more opinions to share on that as we join Black TV here in Labs, hitting that safe off the bat, looking for some loot. Of course, 70K's worth of loot to start to get points. And looking at British Ubba in that bottom right on screen. Now, Narwhal, both these guys have competed in Evasion before. They sort of understand the format. They're both what you would call chads as well. So I'm expecting a lot from both those competitors today.
Absolutely. And what we've seen in this entire tournament is people, even though they're crazy chads, are slowing down just even marginally is really awesome. We've seen a lot of point shooting battles, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how good these guys are at first shot accuracy.
Yeah, that is certainly one of my favorite ways to win fights, is to just get that first one tap in, because the longer the fight goes on, the worse it usually goes for me. We join Applebringer here, and he's very close to Restless. Restless up here on his right down this hallway. And one thing we've talked a lot about throughout this tournament and many other tournaments is TARKOV timing. There we go right there. And he gets the kill. Great start by Applebringer. Just as we were going to say, the TARKOV timing in this tournament and others is so important, and they just perfectly peeked through two separate doorways at the same time. Applebringer getting that nice point shooting kill. GG's, off to a great start.
Wir spielen das slow.
We're seeing Raggleton here, really close to British Ubba. I think they just traded shots a little bit. British Ubba in that parking gate, pulling out a nade, thinking better of it. The bottom right of your screen here. Raggleton holding that corner. Again, point shooting really important in this really difficult map to play and find out.
Yes, indeed. It's such a tough spot that British Ubba is in here, because, oh, he goes down.
Oh,
as I was
man.
just gonna say, that was a great shot from Raggleton.
Wow.
Didn't even have time to scope in. Got the point fire off. Love the bucket on the head, by the way. Great stuff from him. That's a huge kill as well, because I certainly consider British Ubba to be one of the potential high-scoring candidates today. So big kill from Raggleton.
And it looks like Blank is on the other side of the hallway here from Raggleton, quite close.
Yeah, he certainly heard that, I would suggest. I was going to say that's a pretty not great spot for Ubba to be in, because if he hangs out in that garage, he's going to have to deal with potentially with people at the windows as well. Blank TV down the hallway on the left. He's going to hold position for now and see what's going to go on here. To rejoin Apple, who probably was just getting some loot, but he hears someone in this dark room on the right.
Oh, he takes a shot to two shots to the face shield, shooting through the door, gonna run away here. Maybe just recollect his thoughts, recollect his brain. It's been juggled around in there so much. Gonna come back, collect himself, and again, we've been talking about it all day today. Visors save lives.
Indeed. The penetration of these rounds, oh, let's just watch this first. Did he get that kill?
Looks like he might be sandwiched between two people.
Did.
And he does take down Jaguar there. Oh my god.
Great. His armor was zero before that contact as well. He got the kill, and then he instantly did a 180 because he has a contact on the other side, getting third-partied, winning the fight. Wow, what a great start for Applebringer here.
Wow.
Now Maz
like
has to make a choice.
Movement.
Yeah, does he push this? Does he try and push this thinking that maybe his competitor's injured right now?
Got a full core in there. He's got a brand new level 5 armor now. Mazk is coming up right near him. Applebringer gonna hold this doorway. Another point shot there. Another exchange. Mazk is gonna back off, gonna heal his arm, gonna reload while he's healing. Really popular strategy here. Mazk is gonna chase here. Trading shots a little bit.
They have excellent situational awareness. Look how they're moving, shooting and moving, doing multiple things at once, getting reloads, getting heals. Oh, he gets third-partied. And another kill while third-partied.
Oh my god, what an explosive start to this tournament from Applebringer. He's still got Masochist to contend with here. Gotta be thinking he's gonna be reloading mags here.
And can you guys leave me alone, please? I have to fight Maz. You're all interrupting. Give me a minute. I'll be with you soon. It's just, he's getting absolutely pushed. These helmets, this body armor change saved his life. That Karun that was brand new a moment ago is now down to 6 out of 45.
And Applebringer here has no arms, 1 mag, and a dream. Going to continue to be a little bit more aggressive. I love seeing the aggression here from someone who clearly has the mechanical skill to win fights.
Indeed, it's very, very impressive watching him multitask his way through these. The way these guys have been moving through these 2 hallways, sort of in sync around each other, has been very impressive. These guys certainly know their way around labs. Arms both shot. That helmet saving him as well. The body armor doing work. We were just going to mention helmets and visors saving lives. When bullets penetrate material in Tarkov, they lose some of their damage and penetration values, and I think that was just coming in clutch because these guys are all firing big, scary rounds. I suspect M61, M62, or BP.
We got Blank and Raggleton still in the same spots here.
You know, for someone that spoke a lot of defecation on Twitter, Blank is, he's been pretty chill right now. I'm going to keep calling him on that. I don't let that pass.
Now we're just learning that Desi is taking some shots here. Not sure where from quite yet, but we're going to jump on with him just for a little bit, see if we can figure out where they are.
Yeah, looks like Bankai's further down the hallway. I believe that's... He's in the gym. He's on the left here, directly on the left of Desi. I don't think Desi suspects him of being there. Looks like Bankai has worked his way into a very nice spot here. Bankai, of course, those of you in chat that pay attention will see that he has been here all last week and all this week, spying, watching, getting tips, commenting in chat. So he's been putting the legwork in. Expect great things from him tonight. Can we just talk a little bit about Desi's real-life cutout of Nikita? Where does one get one of these, Norway?
They're actually illegal in the US, so I don't know. It's too much power.
These two are having a fantastic fight.
Oh, I am died, bro. I am died.
Oh, and Masochist brings an end to the absolute domination of the first map by Applebringer.
Bro, I have points on
you know
that
what?
or
that is huge. Applebringer looking like an absolute
no?
giga chad here, running away with kills, not securing the dog tags because just getting third party over and over. But he earned my respect for that fight, for whatever that's worth. Maybe not that many points, but fantastic work from both our competitors. What a fight.
Saw in chat earlier, it looks like it's changing, but I saw in chat earlier it did say Blank is role-playing a thumbnail, so it looks like he is out here about to... They're getting closer and closer. They move from those spots. We might get a fight here.
Yeah, Blank has moved up about 12 meters here, so super aggressive play from him. Meanwhile, Raggleton just went, you know what? I'm gonna move. I'm gonna start looting. Oh, and it worked out for Blank. It's okay. I'm flexing on him a little bit, but absolutely, actually, the smart play there. He was quiet. He used the sound to his advantage and actually gets the kill, gets the dog tags, and gets the loot that Raggleton was collecting for him as well. GG's.
You know, Jeep, I was just thinking, you know, Applebringer didn't get a lot of those dog tags, but if that's the kind of play we can expect from the 4 or 5 players that were involved in those fights for the rest of the tournament, I am so excited to see it.
Indeed, I would actually rate that play just now from Apple and the guys down there as one of the most intense fights of the European tournament so far. That was pretty crazy. We've already seen about 50% of the competitors die to PvP. Not a single death to a raider yet. This has been a spicy start. And this does remind me why I'm scared of labs. Look at these angles these guys are finding. Now, Blank may have heard Bankai moving. There is some wood over there that is very loud. If you've got a little bit of weight on you and you're sprinting around, I'm suspecting Blank might have heard him. He does have to make a choice here. Does he go out into the open, move on that wood, or does he chill out and see if Bankai comes back upstairs?
That wood being so dangerous in that area.
Yeah, and we're definitely seeing, as we sort of called at the start, a huge focus here on PvP. Not a big focus on the looting so far. I don't think these guys have got much loot on them at all. They're all in here killing those raiders, grabbing that found in raid loot. If you're Maz, though, in this scenario, you've got 4 dead competitors down here. You've got their dog tags. Do you think about dipping out with that quick survive on Labs?
Absolutely. That would be on my mind right now, especially if I was Mazza with all of that player loot down here. That's 70k over and over and over again. I would get out right now, maximize. We know that you players love to min-max, so we'll see if he does that right now.
Yeah, I love to min-max to the point that they go MIA and spike my blood pressure. Normal, it hurts. we've had more MIAs in the last 2 weeks than I think we've had in my entire time in Evasion. It's been wild. Yeah, I think if I'm Mazza, I pull the raiders in, I get a couple of kills, fill the bag, and I just go. But these guys are pushing down the hallway towards each other.
That guy may have heard. He definitely hears him now.
I think he heard him.
Oh, and Bankai gonna go down to Mazza. Another kill for him.
Oh,
He's already has
Mazza.
4 dog tags, I believe.
That is a huge kill for him. I thought he was going to run straight in, gun down to an ambush from Bankai. Bankai being very smart about how he moved there, but I suspect that Mazza, who is a Labs main, just knows about that angle, slowed down and checked it, and indeed, there was a head there.
Oh, unlucky, bro.
Mazza really showing us the best combination of fast and slow play here.
Indeed, and actually, on a slightly unrelated note, are you hearing what I'm hearing, Narwhal? Mazza was chosen bear. That might make the lighthouse map later a little bit spicy. We'll keep our eyes on that too.
Absolutely. Now, in case you guys didn't know in the chat, they cannot put other players' dog tags in their gamma container. They have to extract with those on their body. So Mazza has actually dropped all of those extra dog tags with his backpack over in another part of the map. So he's going to have to go get those before he hits that elevator.
We're going to have a hallway fight here, Narwhal. Blind TV with the pre-fire.
Absolutely.
Oh, Mazza survived it. He's pushing the reload, pushing the reload.
Oh!
Blind goes down.
Oh, man.
Unlucky, bro. Really.
Great push. Holy.
Bro,
look
I'm
how
pushed
aggressive
on
that
my enemy
was.
and destroyed.
Mazza absolutely popping off, showing us why he is in this tournament today. Looks like Desi's right by as well, getting kind of close to that fight.
Indeed, I think he's definitely aware of it. He heard it. Be hard not to. Mazza putting his life back together here, doing some arts and crafts. He took a heavy hit there. I was actually concerned because he crouched. I thought he was going to catch one in the face, but now Desi is pushing, and Desi goes down.
Oh!
Oh my days!
Oh my gosh! How many kills is that for? Is that the whole map? My gosh!
That we will get confirmation, but I think most of the lobby is down right now.
GG's, man. Check my stream for proof, baby. GG's.
Mazza has 4 kills, and then I believe Apple had at least 2 or 3, so he's got all of those dog tags right now to get.
Так, все, ебать, без тоба-лобаша, без лишней суеты, ебать. Просто разъебаем ботов и выходим с кайфом.
And absolutely insanely high quality PvP right there. So we do have Mr. Sawyer still up here now. He's focusing a little bit on the looting. He can't see what we see, obviously. But if he knew, I'd be getting out. I would not want to fight Mazza on Labs. Let me just confirm that right now.
You gotta assume at some point, Jeepo, he's gonna walk around and start just finding player bodies and just realize, hey, it might be a good time for me to leave.
This is a haunted raid. It is time to go. Yes, I'm with you on that.
Only raid loot.
As I confirming, of course, that he does need to find found in raid loot to maximize his time in there. It is great to kill raiders, great to kill the other players and get their dog tags, but finding 70,000 rubles worth of found in raid loot does secure him some points as well for every 70k. So there's still 9 minutes left here. Still lots of points for both these competitors to pick up potentially.
Лифты повызывали, но не уехали. Сидят там.
Mr. Sewer does have a chance, if he kills Maza, to pick up all those dog tags and get those points for himself as well. He is making a play, pushing upstairs into... Oh, caster curse, pushing downstairs.
Another backpack for Maza here. And I am receiving word that Apple did have 2 kills down in the basement, so Maza's going to have 6 and dog tags. No. Yeah, 6 dog tags. He has 4 kills and the 2 kills. So he could have 7 or 6 dog tags here.
The interesting strat, we've seen this in dude, I can't go above 10. I use my hands, okay? It is interesting. We saw this in the North American tournament. We're seeing it again today. These high level labs players, they make little deposits of backpacks all around the map to collect the gear. Then they go kill more raiders, come back, fill a bag, and min-max that value. This is really high level stuff we're seeing here. Bit of a masterclass on labs, to be honest.
Absolutely. It looks like Sour is over in hangar here. Maza just checking for more raiders before I think he heads down to parking. Just under 8 minutes left on this map. We'll see how they can use. We've seen the last parts of the tournament, the last groups, even this week and even last weekend, people using those last 2-3 minutes, which of course gets our heart rate up for the most gain. We saw a lot of that last weekend, and I'm hoping we're going to see it again today.
Just running around here, making the most of their time on this map. There's still time to pick up more points for both these competitors here. Getting off to a great start if they can both survive this.
It's going to be interesting to see the point spread after this. Not only are all those dog tags and player kills a lot, but he is getting some found and raid loot here with the raiders that he just killed. So we're going to see how much he gets out of here with.
Indeed, he has a huge chance here to min-max the loot pickup. Use what he can in his gamma, pick up those attachments, which are usually worth a heck of a lot of money. And chat, for those of you following, you can see the scores at the bottom of the screens. They will update when each individual contestant leaves a raid. Or, of course, you can go to the escapefromtarkov.com/evasion website, where BSG have very kindly put a live scoreboard up for our use as well.
It's like just about 6 minutes left in the raid, yes. And it looks like they're both looting up. Sour holding up there by where that LEDX spawns in that computer room here. And drop his backpack. Maybe try to get some more raider loot. Well, an absolutely explosive start to Labs, to this tournament group right now. We've seen a lot of people playing a little bit more passive on Labs, trying to get as much loot as they can to get that good extraction, like I said right at the beginning. That is not what we saw in this first raid here, and it was incredible to watch.
Где я могу выйти?
You're 5 minutes.
I know.
I'll tell you when you have 3.
We can hear the battle mods there talking to their individual contestants. Give them a huge shout out. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without everybody at the team here at Evasion. Battle mods are a huge part of that, volunteering their time for us. Much love to those guys and girls. Mazza getting into it here with some Raiders, it looks like. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for him, I say, as he gets hit center mass. But we've seen these Raiders kill some very big contestants in some very strong positions. They can certainly have a big impact on this tournament.
You have 4 or 5 minutes to get out.
Woo!
Сука, блядь!
Look, I don't speak much Russian, but I know what that bit meant. I can feel he is pumped for this today.
Oh, I would be too. He is absolutely crushing it right now.
Тихо, тихо, ебать, без паники, нахуй. Тихо, ебать.
Sounds like a very angry scav or bear is what I'm hearing here, and that was fantastic work again. Shows you, no matter how high a level player you are, how good you are at this map, please reload your gun though, you're scaring me, Mazza. These Raiders are still a force.
No.
No?
Sigma with the comment. Yes, I really wish he would let his emotions out, Sigma. I'm not one for these sorts of low-key approaches to competitions, you know?
Absolutely. Said it sounded like an angry scav, but really it's just a happy player. Just about 3 minutes left in this raid. Both of them hopefully looking for an extract here.
Indeed, I think probably both of them focusing more on how to survive and get out before. I can't handle it, Narwhal. If there's another MIA, dude, you're on your own for the rest of this tournament. Yeah, I'm gone. I can't.
Please leave the raid.
And it does at least look like, yeah, Mazza about to leave, gonna get out, which means Mr.
How many dog
Sewer.
tags does he have?
He has essentially every 9 dog tags we're hearing. 9
dog tags.
9 dog tags. You know what, dude? This is a dead game. It'd be great if there was some PvP in Tarkov, wouldn't it? Oh my days.
That's 18 points.
Okay.
I don't know.
Wow.
That is every player apart from Mr. Sewer is dead, and he's going to the sewer extract here. Is he gonna have time? He is. Okay. The sewer takes 1 minute to open up. I'm not panicking yet. I'm not panicking yet, but I do feel a little pucker factor here. We've seen people in these sorts of positions before where they time it to the second and it goes horribly, horribly wrong.
Sure does. And Jeepo, not only does Mazza have 9 dog tags, that is every dog tag of every other player that died on this map.
Filthy. I can't think of a better word than filthy. Oh, thank the heavens. Okay, good. Whew. He is deciding that he's going to save my heart rate and get out of here. Happy days. As I saw him push back up that tunnel again, Narwhal, I got a little nervous. I'm not one of these chatty players. I'm one of these limp, drag my sorry, happy ass to extract, get out as soon as I possibly can. I can't be dealing with this stuff.
Active, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Step out, step in. Step out, step in.
Just in second. No.
Oh, please. It's not finished yet. There we go. Is Battle Mod getting a bit nervous too?
The sound should turn off.
What I'm thinking here is that the point spread is going to be very, very interesting.
Stay there.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see the scores after that. What a crazy first raid. This bracket living up to the hype that we expected to see. PvP galore.
Nice, but...
Over to you, reporter. Oof.
Wow, fellas. Wow, Madzikist absolutely popped off in that raid. I'm blown away. The man was going nuts. Masochist in first with 46 points. And look at the spread the second. 15 points for Mr. Sawyer. Not a bad raid for Mr. Sawyer. No, that's a respectable first raid from anybody on this Labs map. But even down to third place is Applebringer with just 3 points. And Blunks is in fourth with 1 point. Raggleton also with 1 point. We've got a number of players who haven't even scored a point, thanks in large part to Masochist in that first raid. Wow. Jeepo, if you're Masochist now, how are you playing the rest of the tournament knowing that you're basically just gotta survive the rest of your raids and you might be through?
I don't think he's going to worry too much about surviving. Judging on what we just saw, his playstyle is going to be the same. He's going to push these other players. He's going to kill the map. He's going to try to kill the map. And he's going to wrap up the points. That being said, he had a very, very spicy fight with Applebringer, who only sits on 3 points, even though he killed 3 players, I believe. So he got very unlucky in that fight. It was brilliant. Lots of movement, lots of back and forth, pushing each other, reloading, switching body armor. It had a little bit of everything. It was a drawn-out fight as well. It wasn't one of these just instantly over sort of deals. So I think, none of these guys should feel too bad about how that raid went. They all give it a good shot. They all went for the PvP. So this is looking like it's going to be very spicy today.
Absolutely. And for the players who are not in the top 3 right now, it's wide open. It's really anybody's game. Even second place is not too far away for you. There's a lot left to play out. Narwhal, if you're not in the top 3 right now, what would you be thinking going forward?
If I'm not in the top 3 right now, I'm thinking let's play the game as I originally planned on doing it. I'm not going to change everything just because somebody has 46 points. The point spread for the top 3 is crazy, so I'm really just going to be sticking to my guns. If I'm the bottom, even 0 points, there's not much that has changed other than those 46 points. I'm going to stick to my guns and run the raids as I intended.
Yeah, we've seen this before.
Our next raid. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, reporter, we've seen it before where a number 1 contestant gets 40, 50 points in labs. The rest of the guys just to Narwhal's point, play your game. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. There's still lots of time, lots of points to get. We have half the board on 1 point or less. It's not a problem.
Lots of Tarkov left today. Lots of Tarkov left. And our next raid is brought to you by our sponsors at Stints Built, who've been building custom PCs since 1996, from gaming to streaming to editing and entertaining. You can trust the team at Stints Built to deliver the perfect PC for your needs. That's stintsbuilt.com. Shout out to them, a big part of the EFT community. And they are, of course, our sponsors for the Interchange raid, where you are building your own PC. BMCs are tasked with collecting PC parts on Interchange, and there are bonus points for bonus PC parts. So the parts themselves that they're looking for are a CPU, a RAM, power supply unit, power cord, hard drive, CPU cooler, and bonus PC parts, which are 3 points, are SSD drives, GPUs, working LCDs, flash drives, and of course the regular point system that we have in place for the rest of our raids with scav kills and PMC kills and dog tags and extracts. That all stays the same. Now, Jeepo, what areas of the map would you be hitting hard to look for these PC parts and the bonus PC parts?
Yeah, it's actually interesting. Interchange best map, obviously, goes without saying, but we've seen a huge variation in strategies. We've seen people who intended to push inside get locked outside because they get in some PvP, like Hayes yesterday, and made a lot of points outside, hitting some stashes, finding some gear, and it was a smart play for him to just get out. We've seen people push inside aggressively and pick up 3 graphics cards, even finding a 4th, like Gingy. Last week. So there's lots of different viable strategies here. What is usually quite interesting is the guys seem to gravitate towards the Ollie side of the map, where we have all of those computers, leaving the idea side a little bit more open, where you're a little bit cautious or you get a lucky spawn. You might be able to make a killing in PC parts over there. So this map has a lot of known areas that you can go to, but also some sneaky little tech spawns upstairs that people don't really know about. There's a lot of ways you can approach this depending on your approach to PvP.
Absolutely. Narwhal, what would your approach be to this raid? I mean, it's, as Jeepo mentioned, lots of different ways that you can go about this, but I mean, I imagine we'll see some fighting around maybe the office area or tech spawns.
Absolutely. I think the most important thing on this map is not getting caught outside. Rangar, we saw last week, He got caught outside after getting 2 shots planked at him from the top of the ramp, and he was outside. He ended up doing pretty well in that raid, but he was stuck outside for at least 10-15 minutes before he got in there. And then he was stuck in the underground because there's no way to know. There's so many angles on interchange. I would really just be running the places on the map that I know the best, whether that be the Ollie or idea side, grabbing those PC parts, and again, getting that really important extract.
I think we're going to see some more. I were seeing some more PvP in this one. That labs raid was a great start to this. I'm really enjoying watching so far. I hope everybody in chat's enjoying this, because this is some of the best PvP you're going to see in Tarkov on private servers. This is some amazing stuff. Now, Interchange, not my favorite map. Don't love the lighting necessarily. Don't love the flashlights.
What's a
this
flashlight?
map isn't hugely important. What's a flashlight? Excuse me.
It doesn't seem to flash when you turn it on, does it? Is it flashing when you turn it on? Sorry, I'm just correcting the American English. It's a torch, yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Well, we'll talk about OFZ shells later, I guess.
Oh, yes, we will.
Oh my goodness. All right. While we're waiting for these guys to load in, Jeepo, Narwhal, why don't you tell the people where they can find you? Jeepo, why don't you start? Where can the people find you? Shout yourself out here.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Jeepo TV. Hi guys, known as Jeepo. You'll find me on Twitch for the same name. You'll find me on Twitter. I have a YouTube channel as well where we release some guides and some things like keybind conversations and lots of good information there for new players and for advanced players as well, actually. Mostly play in the evenings, UK time. Have a sort of a bend towards teamwork and squad-based play. So yeah, nice to have you guys join me and come on over.
Awesome. Narwhal, how about you? Where can the people find you?
You guys see right under my name, you can find me on Twitch at NarwhalJP, Twitter as well. I play pretty much Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday afternoons with a focus on just having a good time memeing on Tarkov. So if that's the kind of stuff that you like, come out and join us.
And it looks like we've got a really interesting poll going on in the chat right now. Apparently, you're voting between Interchange, Night Interchange, and Day Interchange as the best map in Tarkov. I'm not sure how I feel about this, guys. If it was the worst map in Tarkov, I'd be voting for all those options. But
I'm not sure.
There's no customs option up there.
I'm not sure which mod put this poll up, but I 100% respect it and approve of this post. So this is great.
I think it's some fake news, quite frankly. All right, we're moving right in with Gary TV, Jeepo, and Narwhal. Take it away. Let's get at this interchange raid.
Thanks, reporter. Indeed, jumping in here with Gary TV as he deploys. Remember, guys, these are private servers. All these competitors will be deploying at the same time into the same server. No other players on here, just our 11 competitors today. We have British Ubba over on that blue fence, instantly looking across at the spawns.
Oh no!
Wow, British Ubba getting one-tapped out of oblivion. That is the worst feeling. What a great shot by Gary there, Narwhal.
Yeah, what a beautiful shot. At range, one tap. He was so confident, didn't even pull the trigger a second time.
Yeah, sometimes you just know when you let it fly that it's good. Doesn't happen to me very often, but sometimes you just know.
Yeah, I was going to say. I never know that, but this is great that he does.
It is interesting. We've seen this, and I've talked about this before. Interchange does have some spawns like this. You do have to be careful. Not as much as some other maps, of course, but what is interesting is when the weekends come around on public servers, when you get lots and lots of big chatty players, I actually find it more difficult to safely get into the mall because these chatty players know these spawns and they push you straight off the bat. And we're seeing that there as we get the first kill within seconds of the raid starting, joining Desi now, who is over by the power sniper tower, it looks like. That was hard to say quickly. Power sniper tower.
Jeepo, I have a question for you. If you get a kill like that, are you taking the armor for an armor swap and just dealing with the weight, or are you leaving the weight on the body and going in immediately?
If my armor's fine, I'm probably just gonna leave it. If I get in a fight with someone else, I'll check what their armor is at the time. And the reason I'm doing that is because we don't have, these are new, fresh accounts from BSG. Thank you so much, BSG, for organizing that. So we don't have max strength and stamina. So movement is very important. And Jaguar sees Desi inside here in the dark. Oh, he's gonna get shots off. Oh, and Desi goes down. Wow, what a shot.
Another great shot. One of the really cool things about this tournament is that, and about this group in particular, is that a lot of people had an early exit on labs this last raid, so we really haven't seen what this lobby can do quite yet. I'm really looking forward to having a more spaced out map and really seeing what they can do.
Well, what we're seeing is these boys can shoot from range very, very comfortably. Yeah. They know some sick little angles here as well. And that was, can I just point out, that was a G28. You guys know how I feel about the G28.
Yum, yum, yum.
We're not on zero, boys. We're not on zero.
Great shooting from Jaguar. Of course, Jaguar, one of our players who was sitting, I believe, on 0 points. So he'll be glad to get off the ground running here with that kill, securing that dog tag as well. He's now up and running in the tournament. Of course, the paranoia kicks in when you're in this area. It is very dark. These scavs can be pretty cracked down here as well. Meanwhile, Blank made it safely into an office, getting his loot on here, sniffing through, grabbing those PC parts. Got a graphics card already stuck in that Gamma. Applebringer doing the same. Trying to understand just where both these competitors are to see if there's a chance that they bump into each other. We've seen some excellent fights in this hallway this week. Maza, meanwhile, just keeping an eye on him as he enters the front offices by Ollie. I wonder if any of these competitors...
very quick.
It could. Now, I was just going to say, I'm wondering if these competitors are closing the computers after them. I'm a big fan of leaving no tracks to follow and interchange. I close doors, I close loot spawns, I close all sorts of things to make sure it's hard to track me. Because I can't count the amount of times we've killed people because we track them through the mall. Looks like we're about to get a little PvP here. This might be a chance for some revenge here for Apple. I think he hears Maza.
This is where my heart starts going. I start hearing the boots clomp, and my heart goes through the roof. My palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy.
Eat some spaghetti.
Mob spaghetti. It's ready.
Production are freaking out that we just got DMCA'd, by the way. You guys can't hear that, but that was worth a giggle. Well done, production.
That's fair use, right? I know I sound just like Eminem, but...
Yeah, I think it's not impersonation, that's for sure. We're fine. I think this is about to go down. It looks like Apple being very safe here. He had some fantastic PvP on labs, got very unlucky with that fight with Maza. A great fight. I'm going to see a rerun of it here, hopefully. Maza making noise to kill a scav here.
No.
I think he hears Apple. It's all now.
He sure does.
Look at the speed these guys are having to flick on each other here. This is in very high level stuff.
Oh my goodness. These are two players that know how to maneuver.
MDR only has 20 rounds, of course, so that might be a bit of a disadvantage in this fight. Maza pushing hard as he gets the reload in. Oh, and Apple goes down.
Oh, no!
Oh, whoa, what a fight again, these two. These guys are both bringing it. Can we get some GGs in chat? Wow.
Absolutely. Mazda getting the better of Applebringer, but another amazing fight.
Meanwhile, Restless pushing
right
up the stairs.
Here.
Yeah, he definitely heard that fight. A chance here for him to third party this. Airdrop coming in. That actually might be useful for Restless. He might be able to push up these stairs here. Again, we're talking about TARKOV timing. If he gets to the top of the stairs and just happens to look when Mazda goes for that loot. Whoo. That is two occasions these guys have butted heads, and both times Mazda so far just about coming out on front, taking some heavy damage. Restless with the grenade, telling Mazda, hey, I'm here, let's fight.
Get into the mind
pushing
of
up.
Mazda right
Mazda's, yeah, he's got to have heard that push. He's got to have. Oh, left-hand peek.
How are you?
He's talking in VoIP. We have some VoIP. Oh, and Restless goes down.
Oh, man.
I'm fine.
This man is unstoppable.
Oh. Wow,
So
I'm sort of speechless.
Gary here.
Meanwhile, yeah, at the top of Trend escalator area, Gary coming running into the hardware store. Bankai hears him. Lots of glass to give away his position in that area. Yep, Bankai getting that first round off. Got the kill.
Oh!
Not one.
Ooh, we are seeing some spicy PvP here, Narwhal.
Absolutely, and Bankai taking down Gary. Gonna also get that dog tag from the very beginning of the raid, so that's 2 for 1 right there.
Alright. Hey, Gary.
Interesting choice of items in his backpack. A little bit of trolling there from Bankai. I can respect that. Good kill from him. Good recovery. I actually thought after he took that first shot, he missed. This could go very, very wrong for him, but it looks like he got the kill through the tier 5 Karund with that SR-25. Nice shooting at the end there.
SR-25 so strong right now.
I now have Zoolander meme images in my head. Thank you, Narwhal. Appreciate that. So hot right now. Blank TV running downstairs, seeing an M1A here. Nice to see a little bit of a mix up in the different weapons. But again, we are noticing a lot of DMR style 7.62 US, 7.62 Russian as well being used. That certainly seems to be the way this entire tournament, this entire wipe. Like finding, look at the amount of computer loot this man has. He can manage to extract here. That's a pretty nice points raid for him, I think.
Also just taking a look at the actual rules here, seeing which ones are bonus PC parts, which ones are regular PC parts.
Yeah, the graphics card in his Gamma, definitely bonus. We know that. Nice to put it in there because if he does die, then at least my understanding is no one else can get it. So he's at least denying points to the other competitors.
There was one with an item in, so I doubt it, honestly. Not that that's a possibility.
Just a recap, as we're looking at the inventories of these players, sometimes the regular PC parts, CPU, RAM, power supply unit, power cord, hard drive, and CPU cooler, and those bonus PC parts being SSD, GPU, a working LCD, and flash drives. Keeping an eye out for those ones. Those are 3 points as opposed to the regulars, which are 1.
Indeed. Now the Bankai has sort of cleared this side of the map with that kill upstairs. He's now free to start moving through and focusing a little bit on the loot here. Just a Jaguar underground near the ramp. And I think we just saw another competitor moving into the underground just before that as well. So we'll keep a little eye on that for you guys and see if there's going to be a little bit of action as we join Ragleton going to the Idea office. This has been always a place you can go get some great tech loot, and we've seen it be a little bit quieter on this side of the map generally.
Computer nicht durchwühlen?
Ragleton here just working his way through the office, checking his angles outside before focusing on that loot. Also has a GPU, some power supplies, hard drives, CPU fans. Got some RAM as well. He's got most of a computer here. I don't think it would quite pass the stints build test, but we're getting there. Blank TV. It looks like he might be moving towards extract here. I'm not sure what his extract is exactly. We'll keep an eye on that, but he does have a full backpack. Is he going to check power and dip the car? He's certainly not going to want to leave that backpack behind at no backpack extract.
Fellas, I just want to break in and remind you that no one's actually extracted from this map yet. We've got a bunch of players who have passed on into the next raid, but no one has actually extracted from this raid yet. Everybody's still in.
Yeah, I think we're seeing what we sort of thought we might see, which is these guys, particularly the ones who died early in the labs raid. They're trying to stay in here as long as possible, max the score. All positions still up for grabs yet. This is only our second of 5 maps. So if they have a strong interchange raid, they can really set themselves up.
Absolutely. I'd be jumping in and maxing that as well, because the game is wide open. Maz is still staying in as well, trying to max his points. Really has a chance to come out ahead here.
Ankai running around the back of Goshen, it looks like. Not exactly known for its tech loot spots, to be honest. But I suspect he's just traversing around the map. Now, interestingly, we did see Blank go this way a little earlier.
Power station. I guess it's worth checking out. We also have cash for...
We are now under 10 minutes left in this raid as well. So we join Just a Jaguar outside. Potentially going to hit some stashes as he moves towards that Emercom extract. And spotting. Oh, it's a trap. It's a trap, Jaguar. Don't do it. Oh boy. Feel like he has to commit to this. What choice does he have? Moving towards extract. Sees this airdrop. He knows it could be being watched. He knows it could be someone even looting it. So he's going to have to be very, very cautious here. What you guys are seeing here is one of Tarkov's colorblind modes, I believe, as well. Huge props to them for including that for all players.
I mean, if somebody has discovered, maybe I die. I don't want to live in regrets.
You can hear the might of Bankai here. checking every corner, absolute intimate knowledge of this map, making sure he's not going to get just planked at as he comes out.
Nobody cocky enough to stay on the roof
I
there.
do love when competitors narrate themselves. It allows me to get a little bit of coffee, and it gives us an insight into the mind of what it's like to compete, because you might think you're a cool cucumber, but once you get in here against these other competitors, these things go sideways pretty quickly. You gotta start thinking fast.
Absolutely.
We may meet the stash runner or something here. Yeah, that's...
Stash already looted. As we see Blank TV now in the power building. Oh, interesting. I wonder if Bankai heard that shot. Maza hears Mr. Sawyer in Rasmussen, waiting for him in furniture. Might be about to see a little bit more PvP here. Using the in-game audio a lot, pushing aggressively as a bear. I think we're going to see a little nade here, yep.
Oh, nice.
Odd nade from Maza, though.
Oh, boy.
As he pushes around aggressively, Mr. Sawyer also making the same push. Going prone here. He's out of... No, he does have more grenades. He's pre-pilling. Maza very aggressively pushing that corner.
I am fine.
Oh, Mr. Sawyer goes down. Woo! Zero armor. Wow. Great work from both competitors there. That was actually really nice use of nades to reposition. Maza lost his Gazelle in that fight, but got the head tap on Mr. Sawyer. GG's both competitors. Nice little fight there.
Absolutely great play from Maza here. Great play from a lot of the players here. Really just seeing what's going to happen after this raid, what the point spread is like, and how we're going into the next raids, because these next maps are a lot different than the first two we've seen.
Indeed they are, and it's really interesting. This is going to sound like a stupid, obvious statement, but we are seeing the importance in these PvP fights at this exceptionally high level. We're seeing the importance of headshots. People are hitting center mass, they're taking these shots, they're zeroing armor, but their competitor is getting that head tap. And that is what's winning these fights over and over.
That if I go towards the railway now, there's even a bigger chance that I catch somebody trying to take it.
Raggleton moving
Looks like two
around.
of our players doing a little bit of dancing here.
I'll be surprised if you knew about me.
No, exactly that. They seem to be pushing around each other a little bit. Bankai on the high ground, but has missed... Sorry, Raggleton on the high ground, but has missed Bankai down below him. Now, Bankai making a lot of noise as he moves along towards no backpack. Maybe Raggleton's going to hear this.
Because of the nature of the tournament. People are scared to take Emercom.
Chance here that Raggleton's actually gonna push outside and bump into Bankai. The timing yet again in Tarkov.
Fuck, I heard something.
Oh, it's so tough.
I think.
They are so close together here in tough angles. As you can see, Bankai can barely see in there. It's so dark.
And Raggleton's off to his left, I think on the other side of that big truck in the middle of the road. Raggleton looking to be moving towards Emercom extract. Bankai, though, is he going to see him? Oh, the timing. Narwhal.
Oh my god, they just missed each other again.
Because I thought I heard something earlier. I am behind the...
So interesting to hear his breakdown of what is going on now. Raggleton throwing that grenade, Bankai hearing it going off. could be a you know, that could be a 5-head distraction technique by Raggleton, so he gets a clear run out to Emercom extract.
Towards Olive, there are nades there.
And
those nades are there for like quite a while.
It's worth it. It's working.
About 7-8 minutes ago. We need to prepare for the no bag extraction.
Is Bankai going to go for that no backpack? It sounds like he's talking himself into it here at least.
We are not too far. It's easy for us to extract.
Raggleton pushing over towards extract. Maza coming down the ramp as Raggleton's at extract.
Camping or something in that matter right now is because of the nades of Emercom. One of them may decide to disengage.
Is Bankai going to see
no angle for Bankai here?
Held up on Emercom. Which it's not ideal for the guy if he comes to me.
Bankai!
If I don't miss my shots. And
so
the one that we
are hearing that Raggleton has successfully extracted, and Blank also just got out. His extract was the railway at the northern side of the map. Maza pushing over there. Bankai just unaware of Maza's existence, unfortunately. Are we going to see a little bit more spicy PvP?
I don't think so. I think Maza's going to be able to get out here.
And I don't see him. If he goes for that.
Wow.
If he's already towards center,
showing you just how close people can come without seeing each other. That is crazy to see.
It's fine. Let's extract.
Yeah, we see that a lot here. It is pretty unique at Evasion with the dual perspectives on these private servers that we have. It is actually kind of haunting how close to competitors you often find yourself without even knowing it. Makes me really paranoid about my own raids. That's for sure normal.
Lab, so it's fine. GG's.
Yeah, and that looks like 4 of them gonna extract here without even seeing each other.
Corner store. Kind of unfortunate.
Huge amount of PvP and some good looting there from our competitors as well. Over to you, reporter.
That was wild, fellas. It, like ships passing in the night, and they just went right past each other. Of course, that interchange raid brought to you by our sponsors at Stints Built. Stints have been building custom PCs since 1996. From gaming to streaming, editing, and entertaining, you can trust the team at Stints Built. Put together a great PC for your needs. Our thanks to Stints Built for sponsoring the tournament today and for being a great part of the EFT community. Let's take a look at the standings after that second raid of our Group D. We've got Masochist way out front with 71 points. Blank with 34 points in second. Raggleton with 19 in third. Mr. Sawyer right behind him in 18. Just a Jaguar with 15 in fifth. Bankai with 11 in sixth. Applebringer 4 in seventh. Gary TV with 3 points in eighth. Restless with 1 point. He's on the board in ninth place. British Ubba and Desi still waiting to get on the board. We'll see. Hopefully the next raid they can get on the board. But oh, my goodness, fellas, this is still up for grabs. Look at this, from third down to sixth, like 8 points separating them. Anything can happen here in our next few raids. Jeepo, how would you be playing this going forward if you were in one of those spots from 3 down to 6?
Yeah, where do you even start? I mean, you know, we've seen 50-point swings in individual raids before. We've seen 8th place go to 1st place in one raid. And look at this, there's a 19-point split between 3rd and 11th. I mean, British Ubba sitting at 0 points, just to pick on him, for example. He'll not be happy with his performance, getting dropped instantly in that interchange raid. I know he'll be looking for blood in the next one. You know, these guys, again, they just have to play their game. Don't get drawn into doing things that you're not planning on doing. A lot of these competitors, they obviously watch Evasion. They play a huge amount of Tarkov. They know what they want to do. They have a plan built around the rule set for this competition. So stick to the plan, guys. Get in there, get out with some survives. It'll do you wonders. We still have a lot of maps to go here. So this, I mean, even 2nd place, you know, that's only 30 points. We've seen bigger raids than 30 points easily. So this is huge. But Maza, 71 points already, putting in a hell of a performance here.
Maza is slaying, guys. I'm glad he lives in the EU, so I don't have to face him on my servers. I never want to have to see him in a raid in my life. Maza is nuts. Narwhal, if you were closer to the bottom of the standings here, how would you be playing? Would you be playing more aggressive going forward?
I think coming up, we have 3 maps that are much different, like I was saying before, much different than Interchange and Labs. And I think, again, you know, all of these players you have to think are coming into this group stage, these semifinals, with a plan in their mind. And still, in my mind, I would stick with that plan. All of these maps are very specific in the way that they're played and the missions that are laid out for our competitors. I would be sticking to my guns, making sure that I am doing all that I can, that I plan to do. Because if I do something else, I might throw myself off.
All right, our next raid, fellas, is Shoreline. And this is an interesting one because we're having them search stashes for Moonshine. And some of these players may never have searched a stash in their Tarkov career. They may not know where the stashes are. We saw in NA last week, I think Trey24K had never searched a stash on Shoreline in his life. So this is going to be a lot of fun to watch, especially the types of fights they might get into. And we might have in more instances of ships passing in the night, people moving right past each other, never even knowing. So in this raid, again, as I mentioned, you are trying to extract with Moonshine that you will collect that have been hidden in the stashes in Shoreline. Okay, and these Moonshine have special properties too that you can use as essentially like a stim. It's like a painkiller and all the stims combined. It's pretty crazy. So if you can get out with this, you can use it in the raids to come, and potentially a major advantage down the road if you can get out with some Moonshine. That's 3 points each. The extract points and the dog tag points and the kill points are the same as we've had in the previous raids. Jeepo, do you know the stashes well on Shoreline, and how would you be approaching this one?
Yeah, I'm not a Shoreline main by any means. I know there's over 40 of them. I could probably point you comfortably to about 25, which I'm pretty happy with. I don't play Shoreline that much. I sure as heck don't go into the resort very much. So when I am on that map, it's mostly to play the outside. I like playing in the hills and in and around places like Gas Station as well. So I know some. It will be interesting, as you mentioned. Some of our competitors last week didn't know a single one. Be interesting to see which Chads here know where these stashes are, or at least which ones have done their homework before today.
Yeah, Narwhal, how would you be approaching the stashes? Would you be maybe camping a stash here and there? Like, how are you playing this?
I think probably my plan is go for the first. If I spawn near a couple stashes, there are a couple points on the map where there's about 2 or 3 stashes right close together-ish. I'd be going for those right away, moving towards the other side of the map, trying to get a rotate on someone hitting stashes. One thing for sure is I would stay out of the swamp. We've seen a lot of people dying in the swamp, trying to get through the water to those stashes to get those Moonshines. I'd be staying out of there, keeping my scope trained, making sure that I could maybe 3rd or 4th party some of these fights.
Wow. This is going to be fun to watch. I love Shoreline. It's one of my favorite maps. And one of the first things I ever learned when I learned how to play Tarkov was the stash locations on Shoreline. Early wipe, there can be some good loot. And right now, we're going to have some pretty interesting loot in them, too. It looks like we're still loading loot. So while we're doing that, I want to do a quick shout out to everybody hanging out in chat today, especially our new followers. We've got over 2,000 new followers in the last week or so. And if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the Evasion community, we put on all sorts of Tarkov events, solos, duos, trios, and EU, NA, and OCE, all sorts of great events. And we've got a great group of casters, a great production team all sorts of volunteers who help contribute behind the scenes as battle mods. And again, if your native tongue is anything other than English, we are working to provide more opportunities for you to watch these raids in your native tongue. So right now we have a rebroadcast in Italian on twitch.tv/Utopia Gaming and a rebroadcast in Polish at twitch.tv/SQBunny_YT. If you're interested in competing, make sure you follow Evasion on all our social channels, whether it's Twitter, whether it's TikTok, whether it's YouTube, wherever you can find us, Evasion_GG. We'll keep you up to date on the upcoming events, and you can maybe put your name in the hat for the next one. You never know. Maybe this could be you playing and slaying out in the next tournament. So keep your eyes out. We're still loading loot. We're popping off here in a second. Jeepo, Narwhal, take it away. Got a really crazy shoreline raid coming up.
Indeed, and exactly as you said, reporter, I like when people talk a little bit of smack in Twitter, on Twitch, on chat. If you are in chat and you're talking a little bit of smack, I want to see you guys. I want to see you guys put your scores up next time we're qualifying. Let's put that money where that mouth is. As we join Blank TV here, jumping in on shoreline, and he gets spicy spawn here. I think he's over by Lighthouse Extract, I believe. He is, yeah. Over in those swamps. I'm a little disappointed, Narwhal. You didn't do a Shrek accent when you told people not to enter the swamp. You had a great chance there for greatness, and you didn't take it.
Well, you know, that's kind of more your territory. I didn't want you to laugh at me that hard. But this map is much different. As we were saying before, you play this map a lot differently. Normally, you know, it's just a bum rush to resort to grab that spicy loot. But with no resort really incentive to go there, we're going to see a lot of people on different sides of the map or on different sides of POIs here, different sides of resort, different sides of cottage, different sides of swamp, like we're seeing right now.
Just come for the one that I just looted then.
Indeed. British Alba inside the house here, making a lot of noise. Bankai just outside, he hears him and is waiting. Now, I'm wondering, Bankai, there is obviously a delay on their streams, so there's no worries about Stream Sniper or anything, but I wonder if he now is aware of how close he was to seeing Mazza as he went to extract on interchange. If he had killed Mazza, that could have been a very big point swing here. So I'm wondering if he's going to start thinking a little bit more about PvP.
Right, have to wait for this guy.
British Alba slowing down. Perhaps he just heard something.
Could have a possible audio cue, but this map I feel like is going to be just a little bit slower than Interchange and Labs. It's really going to be about finding the right angle here as British Alba and Bankai get closer and closer together.
Oh, I'm nervous here. This could be about to kick. Yep. Oh, and the kill for Bankai. Great,
really wonderful point shooting again, Jeepo.
Yeah, I was a little nervous there because you had I love the SR25, absolutely adore it. But again, he was in a crouched position. He needed to make that kill fast. He did get the kill. I've seen it so many times here, just in general gameplay and in Evasion, where the crouched player catches one in the face because panic players shoot center mass. The jig is up here, so I think Bankai heard an audio cue behind him before this kicked off. Perhaps moving back this way now. Per Alba getting absolutely wrecked today. He'll not be happy with his performance. Getting very unlucky at the start of every map before he really has a chance to get any points off the board here.
Absolutely, and what we're going to be seeing is some maybe some action between Raggleton and Gary here, getting very close to each other on this railway side of the map.
Oh, Gary sees him first and gets the shots first, and down goes Raggleton, I believe. Raggleton just didn't see him as he peeked that crest and silhouetted against the skyline. All about timing. Just Raggleton happened to look to the right. Great kill by Gary. Ooh.
You got two more people close together. This is Desi and Mr. Sower.
They are aware
definitely
of each other's
going to get a fight here. Only one man's going to come out alive. Some great movement from Sower there. Sower, excuse me.
Yeah, great movement using the bushes here to push left. Grenade pushes him off kilter. He swings out and gets the shots on Desi.
Oh, man.
Wow. That was really nice use of grenades from both players there. Fantastic work. And interesting to see a little AKM action as well. Yeah, he's a little unlucky there. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like he was a little unlucky. His grenade usage, very, very good. You know, the thing I keep talking about in Tarkov is grenades are, of course, designed to kill, but they can also force your opponent to commit, force them to move, make them put their gun down in the middle of a fight. Area denial. Lots of high-level ways to use them there. Mr. Sawyer coming out on top, though. Getting those dog tags and looking, I suspect, for the stash in this back corner. AKM best gun, Victoria Ryan. How dare you, ma'am? How dare you? Join Bankai here, an apple bringer in the village. This village has seen so much action in the last 2 weeks because of this event. It's a very fun place to fight. A lot of people aren't aware exactly of the rooftop positions of which buildings enterable from where.
Absolutely. And what we're going to see a lot is people putting those moonshine in their gamma container. Oh, a little bit of fighting here.
Oh,
Applebringer popping some shots at Bankai.
And Bankai goes down.
Oh!
Oh, wow. Was that a wall bang? Did that last one go through that blue fence and just have enough energy to take Bankai out? Ooh.
Wow, absolutely. And you did see Bankai put those two moonshine in his gamma. So that is some point denial, but the reason you're going to see them put it in their gamma more than that is also that moonshine is buffed. So they're going to maybe take it into raids next time for the buff.
Indeed, that was great stuff. We've seen Applebringer bring the pain to the other PMCs tonight. He's been unfortunate in that he has ran into Mazza twice and lost on both occasions, but he is certainly bringing the PvP heat here.
Got Blank here. Look at their stashes. Already got 3 moonshine in his gamma.
While moonshine can spawn in every stash, it is not guaranteed that it will.
We can hear in the background we have one of our battle mods talking to our contestants as well. He is not listening to Netflix in the background, I promise.
I see.
And again, a big thank you to our battle mods. Just one caveat, don't feed them after midnight.
I've only had that happen to my competitors today, so this is on you and him.
This is a stash you couldn't pay me to go and get in a competition. I'll be honest with you. Out in Suicide Field, no thank you. No thank you. Like we need a little bit of poll action. I seem to have split chat with my AKM discussion. Let's see if we get a little bit of poll action on just exactly how bad the AKM is compared to any NATO firing rifle.
It's pretty good in my opinion. I just think the AKMN is better.
You know what? It's been fun having you here, Narwhal. It's been great that you joined Evasion. This is your last.
At least I didn't say the HK was really strong right now.
Oof. You know what? I actually miss the HK a little bit. Let's be honest. We all do. So sometimes you just want to strap a 416 and run at Timmy's. It's just how it goes. There is a pull up. Thank you, Spectre. Let's get after it, chat. I'm just glad we have M61 on the side here, because that 5.56 this wipe has not really been carrying as well as it used to, much to my hurt. Now, Blank has frozen in spot, a bit like a meerkat, you could say. You hear something, I think. Applebringer, though, still moving around here, making a lot of noise in that village. Interesting, Maza is a Chad, but also is hitting or trying to hit stashes here. We'll just get confirmation on how many stashes he's hit. I'm hearing, in fact, he's struggling to find them. He has a map open and he's going to the area, getting very close to stashes, but not quite finding the spot. The classic mark of a Chad in Tarkov. A lot of them didn't even know stashes were added to the game, I'm hearing.
Absolutely, and it just goes to show that there is going to be a different point spread after this. We see a lot of people knowing that this map so well, knowing where the stashes are, and Mazda kind of struggling. So the PvP king so far in this tournament, looking for those stashes for those extra points and not being super successful so far.
I just want to point out this poll is exceptionally close. It is 52% to 48%. Get in there, guys. Save it for me. Let's go. I've seen a little bit of action over here this weekend as Restless moves. There's 2 stashes in this new extract in the back corner, which are really, really nice. And a little bit out of the way as well. So hopefully get in here safely.
Gonna see that player body or scav body. There was a fight here earlier, so it'll be interesting to see whether the stashes are hit or not.
Indeed, and what I love so much about the rule set that we're rocking here today is this area of the map in a public server is usually fairly quiet. These stashes, I can't remember ever finding somebody else had hit them before I got there. And yet what we're seeing in this tournament is just death and destruction around both of them here in this back corner. That one looks like it might be empty. Moving on to the next one up here. Hope you guys are taking notes on these stash locations, everybody.
Absolutely, because we did see somebody searching for this stash and almost getting killed because of it. Ending up actually getting killed because of it, either yesterday or this morning.
And looks like we have a winner. NATO calibers 53% to 47. Looks like I was right. There is no need for another poll in the history of ever. Cheapo wins. Again, thank you, everyone. I'm a little disappointed how close that vote was, but we'll take a win when we get them. Apple with the extract as well, getting some good points. This is actually his first survival of the night. Didn't run into Maza this time. Probably had a little bit to do with it. Well, Blank and Mr. Sawyer still in there. In fact, 6 of our 11 players are still on the map. So still some potential PvP action to come here. As we see Masochist going inside. We don't see that. So I think the second player during this entire tournament that's bothered to go inside the building. I don't go here anyway, Norwal, do you? It's just not worth it.
I have been manning Shoreline in the last few months, so I do go here quite a bit. I love fighting in the resort, but there's really no incentive to go there in this tournament, in my opinion.
No incentive to ever go there, Norwal.
I don't know about that. Double Ledx and 301. No.
Sigma knows. She knows. She's carried me crying in pieces in a backpack out of resort more times than I can count. So it's not my spot, that's for sure.
Seeing in the chat, isn't resort the best map?
Blech. It's like I'm doing my job while successfully triggering most of chat tonight as we have Mazza on top of the roof here. I mean, it's a totally viable strategy. I'm not one to question it at all. The rooftop is an interesting play because nobody has really been going to resort. So I don't think these competitors are kind of worried about someone being on the roof here. But can Blank see him here? He's shooting the scavs at power. Oh, I'm praying for him just to look up and scope in here. I really want to see if he can spot the silhouette.
Bro, where the fuck is everyone?
Just look up! Forehead, come on! Again, chat, we're not giving Blank a hard time because we don't like him. We love Blank. We're giving Blank a hard time because he was talking crap on Twitter. We need him to prove that he is the best today, as he so boldly claims. So we've got a lot of pressure on him here.
Тоже-то у нас тут такой знаток с хроном, блядь, позакрывался нахрен.
Mr. Sawyer here. Is he moving towards extract? I'm just trying. All these bushes and trees look the same on shoreline.
Так, чё?
Dorian Rest is inside the construction area here. Interesting spot. Not many stashes out this way, apart from the one over by the rock, which I suspect is already hit. So he might be looking... One of two things. They're either chilling to get some audio cues or looking at the map to see where the nearest stashes are.
Gonna find another moonshine here. That's 3 moonshine for wrestles.
Clean forgot about that stash. Caster cursed myself. Gary TV getting to the village now a little bit later than some of our other competitors, who I suspect most have cleared the area, although Jaguar on the other side by the wall. I doubt there's much loot to be had here for Gary at this stage.
I'm receiving word, though, that Gary does have a lot of moonshine, so maybe just trying to max us out and get out here. Gonna check those stashes, see a lot of them are already open, if not all of them in this area. There's some fighting right at the beginning, so you'd imagine that a lot of it is already taken, if not all.
Indeed, as we have just Jaguar over by the wall, moving towards that lighthouse extract with that beautiful G28, which we saw him use to great effect earlier on interchange. It could be a very high scoring round for Gary if he manages to survive here.
And we may see a fight here if he keeps moving slower, but we'll check back in on that. Jumping on with Blank, headed down the shore, looking for stashes, maybe looking to get out soon here.
Indeed. And I love seeing how each of these guys have sort of planned their route and are moving around the map. All of these guys here are here on merit. We had hundreds of players apply to compete for the $3,000 cash prize from BSG. They're all here because they got the high scores in qualifiers. Jaguar still pushing up, actually pushing into the swamps here. This is an interesting strategy in the last few minutes of the raid. Only got a couple of moonshines so far. High risk this one. Gary TV seeing the bodies along the wall by the swamps as well. Are they going to run into each other here?
Shouting. Get out, just get out. That's what I'm gonna do.
And we're hearing from the eye in the sky that Blank just killed Restless at gas station. Hopefully we'll get a little update on that as well for you guys shortly. Jaguar successfully extracting, it looks like. GG's good raid from him. He needed those points. There you go. You can see what that means to him.
Absolutely. And with how much PvP we saw in the first two maps, you got to think getting out in general feels really good right now.
Just surviving, so important here. So much PvP, so much death and destruction, but some of these guys still with 0 points going into this raid, they will be focusing on just surviving, getting out, getting off the board. Still huge potential for all of these guys to qualify for tomorrow's final for $3,000. And oh, by the way, you know what the best thing about tomorrow is for me? Because I'm not competing for $3,000. I get drops. I get to replace some of the loot that Nikita took out of my stash with this recent event. We got drops on this channel tomorrow, guys. Quick shout out. If you haven't linked your BSG account and your Twitch account, get on it right now. Be here tomorrow, 2 p.m. BST. Get those fat drops. I don't know about you. I'm hoping for some body armor and maybe some pistol grips.
12 points.
Pistol grips definitely being a game changer in this event in particular.
I've never seen people cry about pistol grips so much before in my life. Made a lot of money though. I'm trading 1 pistol grip for 1 Bitcoin.
Four minutes left.
Time update there for Mr. Sawyer from his battle mod. As Gary is now moving to that new extract. What do you make of this extract? Let's potentially farm some salt here, Narwhal. What's your thoughts on this extract, this lighthouse extract on Shoreline? Do you like it? Do you think they should have kept the other one and maybe added Red Rebel to it? What's your thoughts here?
Yeah.
I love it. I love Path to Shoreline. I really think it's a really awesome, always, Gary. Always open extract. You can go to it from any place. It's harder to camp than Tunnel or Rock Passage where, and you can get out. You can go from any side of the map and get out. It's really wonderful. I've used it every single time. Haven't been to Tunnel since it's been in. It's been really great. What do you think, Jeepo?
I do like it, but I do miss Rock Passage. There was something about just seeing that green smoke and getting that feeling of relief. But I was always a big fan of making it a Red Rebel extract. Oh, hideover boar. Try again.
Yeah, I think that could have been interesting.
That wouldn't have happened with an MDR. I'm just gonna say it. And he sorted it out. Good kills from him as well. Oh, we got another poll up in chat. You guys are on fire. Production. Keep it up. All right, chat. Road to Lighthouse extract. Keep it. Only for road to what RTC spawn? Somebody's have to explain that. I'm Northern Irish. These acronyms.
Road to Customs.
Or ticket. Thank you, reporter. Or ticket.
I had faith in you the whole time.
I didn't. Let's get these votes.
Fuck.
Can you drop anything for weight that isn't?
The last two here on the map. And we just heard Blank say he needs to go to Road to Customs with 2 minutes left. My heart is already beating. It's breaking just a little bit. And we still got 2 minutes left.
Oh, well, that sucks.
One thing that could really help them is that moonshine.
Yeah.
But you don't want to drink your points. It's only moonshine you extract with.
Listen, though, if you're going into this raid with almost no points and you got to burn 3 to get out with a bucket load of additional, I think that's worth the investment here. Blank was in 3rd place going into this raid. It is exceptionally close between second and bottom here. Drink the moonshine, Blank. Let's do it. Making me nervous, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
What do we think, guys? Is he gonna make this? Is he not gonna make it?
Oh, this is gonna be really tough.
Less than a minute to make it to the new. I don't know. He needs that moonshine. He needed it a minute ago. He needed it a minute ago, Blank.
I don't think it's even going to be close. I ain't getting that.
Mr. Sawyer successfully getting out. Now we are here with Blank TV with stamina problems, all sorts of issues here. His heart can't take it. What are you doing to us, dude? You're doing this to us. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I don't know. I don't know, Narwhal.
I really don't think you can do it. I don't think there's enough time.
I don't think so. How many points did he have on him? He's MIA for sure, right?
No! Oh, 7 moonshine!
Greed. He felt the pressure. Oh my days.
Oh, 7 moon. That's 21 points, Cheapo.
In just moonshine, plus the dog tag, plus the survive, plus the scavs. Was in third place. Is he still gonna be in? Reporter, take away. God.
What did we just watch? Oh my God, F's in the chat, indeed. Oh my God. Okay, let's take a look at the standings so that we can. Oh my God, Masochist is of course in first place, 92 points. Somehow, Blank is in second, despite what we just watched with 40 points. Mr. Sawyer is in third with 35, but right behind him, Gary TV, 32 points, and Just a Jaguar with 31. Applebringer also not out of this with 22. Raggleton with 19 points in 7th. Bankai with 12 in 8th. Restless with 2 points in 9th. British Ubba and Desi have yet to get on the board. They begin Tarkov, but they still got a shot going forward. Oh my God. How does that happen?
Imagine those 21 points.
21 points puts him at 61 by my really rudimentary maths here, but it doesn't guarantee him a qualification for tomorrow, but he's in such a strong position. Now he's 8 points away from not qualifying, going into customs, which is historically what we've seen just being crazy PvP. Everything's up for grabs, the angles, the aggression. I don't know.
And we've seen Blank put up record numbers in previous tournaments with Evasion, and we're seeing him right now maybe give some points away and leave Mr. Sawyer, Gary, Just a Jaguar, everybody else who's right behind him an opportunity to come catch up. I mean, if you're one of those players right now, you got to be ecstatic about how that played out because it played right into your hands. Narwhal, how would... I'm still, I can't even right now. Narwhal, how would you be playing this going forward if you were Blank? Would you, I don't know, would what just happened affect your playstyle going forward?
I would bring a moonshine into every raid to make sure it doesn't happen again. That is the one thing that I would be doing. I really would try to move on from it, not beat myself up too much. It happens. Misjudge the time. We've still got 2 more maps to go. I'm in second place, but only just that much. I really need to get as many points as I possibly can, take some scavs out, and make sure that I time that right. Maybe with a minute extra to make sure I get out.
We've got 2 more raids to go. 2 more raids to go, fellas. Next up, we're going to customs. And this is I think my favorite map of the entire tournament because we get to see everybody converge on what some people call Stronghold, some people call Alamo, and that's where Reshala and the boys are holding up. It's a 100% spawn chance for Reshala in this raid, and your goal is to get the gas station office key off of Rishala's body, and then take that, go to the gas station office, and get the golden TT out of the safe. Or sorry, not out of the safe, but out of the office, and extract with that golden TT. And if you do get that golden TT out, that's 10 points. Now, if you don't manage to get that far, but at least you got some guard kills and Reshala kills, well, you're looking at 5 points for Reshala and 2 points for each guard. 3 points for an extract, and the dog tag points and kill points are the same as we've had in the previous raids. This is my favorite raid of the tournament because of how everyone is converging on Stronghold. Jeepo, how would you play this knowing that everyone's going to be coming toward this one spot? Would you be W keying it right there? Would you be holding off, waiting for people to maybe make the play on Reshala first?
Yeah, it's a great question. It really depends on my spawn. These guys cannot put the key in their gamma. So I'm not, I mean, as much fun as it is to run through Reshala and the boys and secure those points and get that key, it's a very, very risky strategy because we've seen it multiple times that players get pushed as they go in to Alamo by other players here. And I'm thinking, you know, someone like Blank TV, he's got to be feeling the pressure after that last raid. He put up a high score last season in the solos, by the way. So he has the pedigree here behind him. Maybe he's feeling the pressure a little bit. So maybe he decides, you know what, I'm going to take control of this map. I'm going to push in there. I'm going to try and get that key. And the other players who are right in and around him on the score, all they have to do is wait for someone else to bring that key to him here. So this is going to be very, very interesting. For me, it's about where you spawn, though.
I agree. Spawns are so important here. And Narwhal, let's say you managed to get the Reshala kill. You got the kill, you got the key. How are you then getting to New Gas? What's your strat to get from A to B there?
I get the kill, I get the key. I'm going to rotate exactly the way that I spawn. If I'm spawning at Ruaf and I get everything that I need to get, I'm getting out of there as fast as possible. Maybe waiting in ditch a little bit between the Fortress and Ruaf, seeing if I hear anybody else coming late, try to pick up those player kills. We saw it happen yesterday. Maybe rotate back around from Concrete and go to New Gas through Dorms Hill or through Bus Station, get a couple scavs along the way. But I think the most important thing in this is going to be being in the right place at the right time. Figuring out what the fastest rotate for you is if you don't get that key. If you're looking for that player with the key, you know in your mind that they cannot gamma the key. So if you take them out, that's yours.
Absolutely. Whoever's the last one standing here could be crucial. This is massive going forward. Our second to last raid of the day. Our second to last raid before the finals. And a lot of movement going to be happening in our top 5 here at least. And even the top 8 really still in this. So lots left to play for. And there's going to be a lot of action in this one. Not everyone's surviving this raid. I can promise you that. You know what? We're not going to see many survives on this one, I don't think. There's going to be lots of PvP, especially around Stronghold. Oh, my goodness. Jeepo, what kind of a kit would you be rolling in on this one?
I love the G28. We've seen it do really, really well for the last 2 weeks. We did see the SVD last week mostly do really, really well as well. I do love the 308 MDR, though. A full auto spray at close range just is chef's kiss. I'm disappointed in chat, this whole Stronghold winning the vote, by the way. Clearly, I'm a Texas boy, so it's Alamo. There you go. What about you, Narwhal? What would you be running?
Well, I think I'd probably go either 308 MDR, G28, or SR25. We've seen all 3 of them, but what we haven't seen in this tournament, what we saw all last weekend, was the SVD doing work. So I don't think we'll see it here today, but it is possible that we'll see a hot SVD pick. I think a lot of NATO rounds coming down the range this time, though.
All right, we're sending you into this raid with Mr. Sawyer first. Have fun, fellas. Jeepo, Narwhal, take it away.
Not good.
Mr. Sawyer bringing that moonshine as well.
That's smart play, absolutely. Would like to point out, Jeepo, to your point, I am a Texas boy, born in Houston, and I do call it Stronghold.
Well, we'll just have a conversation about that after we wrap this up today. Interesting spawn here for Mr. Sawyer. And look where Desi is already, right across from him. We might be about to see some PvP straight away here on this train yard. Apple on the other side of Big Red. He will hear it if it kicks off.
Gonna get a fight between 2 people here. Unsure of which 2 it will be.
Oh, it's about to, I can smell it. It's about to go. Mr. Sawyer saw someone there. Gets the first rounds off.
Taking some shots at, I think, Desi here.
Yeah, looks like it was Desi Applebringer. I think heard that moving towards the area.
This could be a really good nade.
Lots of gunshots already all over the map here. Looks like he didn't get that kill, so Desi is still in this fight as Apple runs across one of the land bridges.
He's gonna see him.
Mr. Sawyer sees him. Oh, puts a good hit on him, hits him. Again.
Сюда, молодого.
And down goes Apple.
And Apple goes down.
Great shooting there from Mr. Sawyer. Apple getting pretty unlucky. Didn't know much about that. Jaguar. Oh, wow.
That's Raggleton taking down Jaguar there in that blue Connex.
So just a replay there of the fight from Raggleton's perspective. Great stuff. Great kill there by Raggleton. Probably heard him coming through. It's such a dangerous area. It's so loud. Desi now moving across the main bridge. Mr. Sawyer looks like he's already across, and both of them kind of looking in each other's general direction here a little bit. Desi, of course, will be feeling the pressure tonight. He's been very, very unfortunate. Not survived a raid yet. No points on the board. So we'll definitely want to have a good, strong customs run.
Not only that, but he is being watched by Nikita as every move. Over the shoulder there.
We're all being watched by Nikita. He sees all, I'm convinced. Desi at least clearing the area for Mr. Sawyer here. Moving up towards Drug Den. Little nervy push in this area. I have seen more, in fact, even yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before while playing, we've had some of my friends get killed by those 50 cal scavs out of Alamo. I always get nervous coming through that fence line now. And it looks like Bankai in here looking for Rashala and the boys and the key.
Listening for some audio cues as Blank's now heading in towards Fortress. You gotta, or Stronghold, you gotta be really careful in this area. They've already taken out the guards. Need to make sure they're not rotating through before you go ahead and push in. Masochist inside Fortress with Bankai, both looking for Rashala. Mazza, I'm sure, hears him at this point.
Yeah, and he's in that dirty, dirty little sneaky spot up on top of the shelf as you go in. I'm wondering if Bankai is aware of this spot. I always check here because I use it myself, but I don't think he did. And a kill for Mazza.
Hey, GG's, man.
Yet another PMC kill.
A lot of players converging at this Fortress. Looked like I did see a body on the ground. Unsure if that was a player or a guard. But Desi over in this ditch pushing towards where Mazza has just looted the body up in the first floor.
Yeah, we saw a nade go out there from him. He takes his Propitol, gets that pre-med up and running, pushes right. Mazik is pushing right, and underneath this time, is Desi aware of him here? I think he is.
We're going to get a fight here.
Oh, is he gonna...
Desi pushing in, trying to get that peek, the right-handed peek.
Mazza heard it.
Mazza gonna pop some shots. More shots behind that pillar. Will he push? He's gonna bide his time, and Mazza goes down. And Desi.
Oh,
complete reversal of fortune here for Desi.
Down. That could be huge.
And Gary goes down to Raggleton as well out here by the trains. That's very close. You gotta accept. Desi is going to hear that. He's going to know one player at least is over here. And anybody on the other side of the map's going to be rotating towards Blanks. Got Overwatch up here on top of Skeleton. Going to pop a nade down. See what he can do.
That a,
and we know Raggleton is inside that train car.
Yeah, it might be a bait grenade to get him to look out so he gets the shot off here. We're seeing a lot of action as Mr. Sawyer gets shots on another player across. We said this could be a spicy spot over here, and we weren't lying. I'm not even sure where the key is right now.
Completely different fight. Blank to think better of that push and push back around, maybe catch a rotating player. But Bubba outside here on his way to the Connex to right where everybody else is. We've got the whole map pretty much right here.
Oh, hello.
Oh, he's
Blank
potentially going to rock up.
He could hear the metal.
Yeah, he's very potentially going to rock up on the side of Blank here in third party. Lots of parts of this fight. This is just blown wide open with first place going down.
With how freely Desi's running through Stronghold, you gotta assume that Rashal is dead and the key is on one of the bodies, maybe Maza.
I'm ready for it. Come on.
Rashal, but pushing up here towards the entrance. Blank hears him, I'm sure. Needs in.
Probably going to go right over Blank. He might not even know he's there. Blank has not made a noise.
I don't think he's aware.
Nades.
They're just moving around each other a little bit here. Did he hear him?
Blank can abide his time. He's in a good cover spot here. He's behind both sides of cover.
That's a hell of a spot to be, though. I've got a proper gamer lean going on right now. Taking shots back from...
Pop some shots at Bubba.
It's a Scav. Scav's ruined flanks now. Blank has an angle on Ubba here.
The M1A that's shooting at me.
Ubba deciding to move off. Great choice by him.
Just mega lag. Okay.
Oh, look at the movement from both these competitors.
You can really tell that we're getting some high-level play here.
Blank pushing that flank through the Connex. Bubba didn't hear him on the metal, but gets some shots off. However, managed to survive, dip into the pit here. Meanwhile, look at Desi's position. 40 mil. 40 mil. Let's go.
Bubba getting shot at by a Scav here. The toughest part is that Desi doesn't know he had the best position 2 seconds ago up there in Fortress.
Oh, yeah, mate.
All he can hear is the shots from other parts of the map.
These guys are just trading position here. Oh, but not having luck with those Scavs today. Just getting his maneuvering given away a little bit. Of course, Raggleton in the train car as well, just biding his time.
Lund, we're playing the video game. It's so exciting.
And now Restless joins the arena.
Oh.
Nades in. He might be about to run right past Blank, who last time we saw him was just on his right here by the bus station.
It's actually happening, dude. I got to shoot.
This is crazy. Customs has been wild for a PvP in this competition. Desi just chilling with the loot. Looks like Bankai's body here.
He's looting. Yeah. Didn't even know it was Bankai, but I knew as soon as I saw those bullets in the back.
Desi had the key there as well, we're being told. I believe. Just try and confirm that.
I'm from the smoke grenade.
Oh, love a good smoke grenade in Tarkov.
Блядь, дымы, конечно, я ябу, блядь.
Meanwhile, Rygleton in a great spot here to cut off Desi if he leaves the building.
Rygleton really taking his time, hearing all of the information.
Опа, из дымовой завесы, как хуяк. Хуяк.
He just missed Desi.
He's about to run right up to the train. He heard him.
Oh! Get to see it from the other perspective. Oh, Rygleton is going down there to Desi. A complete reversal of fortune for Desi on this raid. This is the raid he needed, Jeepo, to get back into this game. He's got dog tags, he's got kills, and he has, I believe that, I don't see it in his inventory, so he may not actually have that key.
He may not. We'll just get confirmation. Meanwhile, Restless and Blank TV on Hill 2, this area, Hill 2 behind the bus stop, so we might be about to see some PvP spice right here as well.
Blank's looking the wrong way. Might hear a bush or a tree here. Oh, and he sure did. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, he's bound to hear that, surely. And now they're aware of each other.
Now.
Oh!
Wait, that's a player?
Oh! He goes down!
Wow!
Oh, Blank goes down. That is our second place and first place competitors, both out of this raid.
Wow.
Redemption. This is what this raid is all about. All of these players who had been very unfortunate getting low scores in the previous rounds coming up big in the PvP today.
So much happening so quickly on this map, as it often is Custom's best map, in my opinion. Split the chat a little bit more.
Great kill by Restless. We haven't seen a huge amount of PvP wins for him today. He's been very unlucky, but that was a great kill, grabbing that dog tag as well. Off and running in terms of points now.
Yes.
Looks like Abba moving around the map here, deciding, you know what, I'm going to move to gas, see if I can maybe get a chance at some more PvP, maybe kill someone with the key, or at least pick up some scavs. Restless going into dorms. Do you go into dorms if you're playing this, Narwhal? Is that where you would spend your time going?
You're gonna pay for this bullshit!
Probably not. I probably wouldn't be caught in dorms this tournament because all the PvP is somewhere else. You're not going to get that many scavs in dorms for the points to make a difference, and there's no points for how much money worth of found and raid loot you get on this map. I'd be really trying to cut off rotations to gas or cut off rotations to stronghold, trying to find that ever elusive key. Still not sure who, if anyone, has it right now.
And we are now just under 10 minutes left on this map. And nobody has went to gas station yet. So as we predicted, I think everybody's going to end up collapsing in on that position at the same time here. And I did see Desi had a key in his inventory. He didn't... of course, he cannot, I should say, put it in his gamma container. So if he dies, the other competitors can grab the key and go get that golden TT. So I'm wondering if he's going to start moving over there. Or what we've also seen is some people secure the key and just leave. They don't want their competitors to get it.
Hey, interesting play from Restless here. We know that Rashala is gone, and then he only spawns at Stronghold in this raid. Still using those nades, just being as safe as possible, rotating out, making sure he's not just going to get clapped from one of those windows.
Is this your warfare? You should try better.
Ben, thank you for the 5 gifted, bro.
Keep them coming.
You're crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Rashala taking up a spot outside of gas. Perhaps waiting for that key to come to him.
Resort to old school tactics to try and like flush people
Indeed.
out.
And remember, guys, from 3rd to last place is only about 30 points, and that golden TT alone is worth 10. So we could be seeing some huge swings when you consider the 1st and 2nd place contestants are both dead. Yeah, you tell him, Abba. That was just rude.
Dude, I actually swiped my mouse into my Go XLR.
Looks like Desi's at the shortcut and he can hear what's happening at gas station, surely.
Me, dude. Is there seriously no one in here? Oh, the door's open. Did I leave that open?
Desi opening cut through, has a factory key here.
Might be about to see some spice at the gas station.
Smart play here. Gatekeeping gas station a little bit, making sure that player with the key can't get in before you have a chance to see him. Bidishubba and
Jinxed him. He's pushing out.
Caster Curse. Playing with fire here.
Desi's bound to hear that. He's bound to hear him chat running straight at him. The door is unlocked here. And up it goes down. Oh, huge for Desi.
I don't know if Desi knows. I think he knows.
He does now. Huge for Desi. Another player kill, another dog tag, and potentially a safe route to the gas station.
Meow, meow, pussy meow.
Прибежал отсюда, значит чисто.
Meow.
Да ты сюда давай!
Desi unlocking that door. Grab the golden TT.
Mr. Sawyer
So
looking
smart
at
to
a
wait
scav here. Yeah, that window is
Desi.
a little spicy too. Lots of dog tags.
I'd be thinking I have all the points on the map now. I gotta get out of here.
Hearing that one of our competitors, Restless, just extracted successfully, so he gets all the points, all that good that he did in this raid counts. Meanwhile, Desi grabbing and running that golden TT. Again, guys,
So smart from
scoreboard's
Desi, hitting the key sound and waiting.
Yeah, you're not walking into a grenade through a window then. Oh! Was that Mr. Sawyer? It was!
Shots from Sawyer.
Oh! Great shot, dude. Didn't kill him, but what a great shot with that AKM. Now, does he push? He knows that's a PMC. Does he push towards that back corner? There's only 4.5 minutes here. He's got to make a decision fast. Yes, he doesn't really need to have to guess. He's going to know that player's on the hill somewhere. Oh, the scav, the timing, distracting Mr. Sawyer.
Well, if he's pushing to 10-11, Sawyer's going to need to reposition and get an angle here. He's going to need to reposition fast.
Yeah, he needs to make a decision and quickly here. Desi waiting for his stamina bar to come back. Keep in mind, these guys are not max strength or stamina, so that is a factor here. I don't think he has the strength to make this jump over the wall. Could be wrong.
Sawyer repositioning. It might be too little, too late.
I feel like unless Desi runs into some scabs here, which are going to give up his position and slow him down, he might be able to make it away here from Mr. Sawyer. Mr. Sawyer having to deal with these checkpoint scabs.
Просто русский парень. Из центра России. Просто хочет выжить. Просто русский парень с 3 поинтов. Просто хочет выжить.
Sense of urgency about Desi. He knows that he got shots popped off at him. He knows the person's probably going to be rotating. Trying to get out as soon as physically possible here with all of these points.
Yes, indeed.
6 dog tags on Desi.
Yeah, it's a lot of points he wants to secure. And what we've seen many times in this competition is the timing means that you might just run into another player as you move towards extract. He takes all of the drugs preemptively as he pushes here. He doesn't have a lot of time. You want to make sure you get here with the time to have a fight and win it if you need to. Mr. Sawyer with a really nice angle here, but I don't think he's going to see Desi. He just left it a little bit too late. It's a huge raid for Desi if he can make it out here, and I'm pretty confident he's about to. Yeah, you can see what that means to him here. Great stuff from him.
Absolutely. Early exits from the first 2 rounds as well. Complete role reversal here on this map. Really great to see for Desi. Really got to hype him up, give him some morale heading into our last map here.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. And just a huge start there with both first and second place going down. Guys, you can see the scores at the bottom of the screen updating, but you can also go to the escapefromtarkov.com/evasion website where BSG have provided us with a leaderboard, or do exclamation point leaderboard in chat. Looks like Sawyer. I don't think we're going to see an MIA, but you know what, dude? The way it's been going, it's not count them until they've hatched and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little nervous. Just, I can understand it. Shooting those bushes. Had a scab he just dropped at the last as well. It looks like it, yeah. Good stuff. And a free point. Good stuff from all our competitors there.
Good raid. You just missed Desi by about 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Almod updating his contested as well.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. And wow, what a raid. What a raid in particular for 2 players who really needed it. And I'm talking about Desi and Restless, who really pulled up big in that raid. And Desi going up to 31 points after that one. That's awesome. So our top 3 is unchanged with Masochist. Well, actually, sorry, Mr. Sawyer actually passes Blank along the way here, but those 3 are still our top 3 with Blank in 3rd. Gary TV still nipping at the heels there. And Desi now right in the mix going into our last raid along with just a Jaguar. And Applebringer definitely not out of it either. Raggleton too. If with a big raid, they could definitely pull it off. Restless with 16, Bankai with 12, and British Apple with 11. You know, you can't count anybody out here. This is going to be a really fun final raid, I think, and we're going to Lighthouse. I can't wait. Oh, this is going to be wild. Jeepo, how would you be playing it if you were like somewhere in that 4 to 6 range, and you're just trying to squeak into that top 3 any way you can?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? We have seen some huge point swings on Lighthouse in this competition. And as I mentioned before, we've seen 8th place get to 1st place in one raid alone on Lighthouse. There's so many points up for grabs. We tend to see a lot of early PvP as well. People going down. Bearing in mind as well, Masochist, unprecedented in this competition, went with a bear here on Lighthouse. So that'll be interesting if that has any impact. He does look fairly safe, but him going down early could put the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit. Blank TV, I'm really hoping the 21 points he lost from going MIA doesn't bite him as well. He's dropped from 2nd to 3rd. The pressure's on. I actually think even last place British Ubba, who's been very unlucky today but happens to be in last place, I think with the right raid and a little bit of luck, even he could be in for a qualification run here. So this could still go anywhere, honestly.
I'm sorry, I can't let cat amongst the pigeons slide. What in God's name is that?
Phrase?
No.
Oh, our language just gets butchered, doesn't it, over there?
Are you sure you didn't just make it up?
Can we get some like Brits in the chat to like confirm that I'm not just talking crazy for once, please? It's a real expression, I guarantee you. Okay.
As of now, at least.
Well, I guess we'll let that one slide. Narwhal, if you were someone in, let's say, Blank's position right here, you got 40 points, and there's all these players nipping at your heels. How are you playing this final raid? This is a tough one.
You gotta go safe. You really do. We've seen on this map time and time again, all for the last 2 weekends, everybody coming into this map, the people that are getting the real points are staying until the end of the raid. So I think it's really about surviving those early PvPs. Unfortunately, some RNG does come in with that. Not getting a great spawn can really end your raid early. But I think, listening through those airdrops, even camping the airdrop, moving to a different position if you're near one, can really get some really awesome PvP going, but you need to survive the initial rush.
Absolutely, that's huge. And let's get into the rule set for this, our final raid, our Lighthouse raid. It's a daytime raid, and the goal here is to collect OFZ shells from airdrops, not OFZ shells.
I'm so proud of you right now.
I will never say torch, though. It's always a flashlight.
I'll take it.
All right, so OFZ shells from the airdrops, folks. And so Nikita's got his finger on the button. He's sending us these airdrops throughout the raid. And our PMCs are going to have to go collect OFZ shells from airdrops. And for each one that they successfully extract, they get 3 points. All right, now the extract, dog tag, and kill points are the same as they have been throughout the tournament, with 1 point for kills, 2 points for dog tags, 3 points for an extract. But the more OFZ shells that you can get, the more likely you are to shoot up the standings here. And now, as you can see, there's no additional points for rogues. So going up to the water treatment plant, probably not going to help you, especially if you're, I think it's Masochist who's the bear. That's going to be tough if he spawns anywhere near that. He cannot really move towards it without risking the rogues aggroing to him. So this is going to be a wild final raid. I am really looking forward to it. Lots to play for here. Our top 3 moving on to the finals, which are tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Moscow time, and we have drops. I really need the drops too, okay? My stash might be full, and I still have many millions of rubles because I'm lupoing, and I don't want to donate to the cause.
Wow, what a low-key flex there, by the
way. I still want more gear, okay, folks? I want more. What are you hoping we get in drops tomorrow? I think Jeepo, you mentioned some body armor. What are you looking for?
Yeah, some body armor, some pistol grips. I'll take some ammo. I'll take anything. I just free money's free money at the end of the day. I'm not going to be picky about it. I love when people get salty about, oh, I just got a bandage and drops. Still more than you had before. Nikita told us. You can see we work with BSG here. They give us private servers. They're so generous with giving us that and giving us prize money. So we had a little word, Nikita. We're going to get the best drops, the greatest drops of all time tomorrow. So be here.
Oh, wow. Wow, you heard it here first. If you get bad drops, blame Jeepo.
They do anyway.
Narwhal, what kind of drops are you looking for?
Well, with the event, I'm looking for pistol grips. That's really the main thing that I need. Pistol grips. I need some mags. Really looking for some armor as well. Maybe even an armor repair kit. I don't know. I think that might be pretty cool. Just thinking about it.
I have been seeing on Twitter a lot of people posting pictures of their stashes without pistol grips, and the absolute pain that they must be in over this 5-day period without having any pistol grips. I'm
send them to me. Send them to me. I'm still taking bitcoins. Still taking bitcoins for pistol grips. It's not a problem. we can work that out. I'll find a price. It's not RMT. It's just business. Okay.
Okay. Pistol grips for bitcoins. Okay, folks. I did see someone put up a pistol grip for 250,000 rubles when the flea market opened the other day. So Narwhal, if you got some funds lying around, you might be able to get a few.
No, I'm a team player, so I have very few rubles.
All right, we're rolling into Desi with this last lighthouse raid of the day. Have fun, Jeepo. Have fun, Narwhal. Take it away.
Indeed, we will. All the guys loading
Desi
in here.
and Maza.
Woo, man.
Oh, go ahead, my dude.
We've got Maza, the leader, and Desi. Looks like they're spawned very, very close to each other. Desi already sees him.
This could be huge if he can get the kill on the number one place.
This could change the landscape.
Oh, doesn't hit his shots. Gives Maza a chance to swing on him. This could be big. Oh.
Take the headshot, boy.
Oh.
Take my headshot. Take my balls,
huge
bro.
For Maza.
Oh. Sorry for negative.
A little excited for Desi.
Boy,
he knows how important this is. Oh my days. Okay. What was it Spectre said? Fox in the hen house? There we go. I think that applies here. Huge start, and we've seen that so often on Lighthouse during this competition. These spawns can be very, very dangerous. Do we think anyone can catch Maza in first place? I'm not so sure, but this could still have a huge, huge impact on the rest of this map on Lighthouse. I was a little nervous there, Narwhal. When he missed those first shots, I thought, oh, it's going to be one of those, isn't it? Where you get bitten for missing, but it worked out.
Absolutely. That was tough. It was hard. I didn't know who was going to come out on the top because we know how good Maza is at the point shooting from every other map this time. And he taken out by Desi. That's 2 raids in a row.
And it just took him a little bit of time to acquire Desi, find him on that hill line. And that was enough for Desi just to make up for the missed shots, get that headshot. Good stuff from him. Garland, this is an educational stream. We're all up in here teaching you guys how to speak English. We got you. We got you. Joining here on Just a Jaguar and watching these guys play Lighthouse has really just not added to my levels of comfort, let's say, while I'm on here. The amount of people that are getting sniped from just inconceivable distances. Looks like these guys are sneaking on each other. They're sort of aware of each other's presence. I think they heard each other. Bankai with the shot, and down goes Jaguar. Oh,
there we go. Unfortunate. Coming right down to that wire.
What a shot, though. Very patient. Both of them kind of knew the other one was around. It was all going to be about who gets their eyes on the other first. Great shot there by Bankai.
We're gonna push up where we killed that guy with the.
Is that Ubba doing the thing that has been, or let's just call it risky all tournament, which is headlong running at the rogues here? Would you do this, Narwhal? Or would you?
Well,
hang
we've
back
seen
a
it
little
happen a few times to really great effect last weekend and this weekend. Not sure how it'll pan out this time, but I would not be near those rogues. There's no extra point penalty for trying to take on the, in my opinion, hardest AI in the game. So I would not be caught dead over there. Well, I would be caught dead if I was over there, but I wouldn't try to go over.
Indeed, it's only 1 point per rogue kill, so it's not like you're gathering a lot of points here. That being said, there are a fair number of them, and British Hubba, remember, is under pressure here. He's in last place on, I think it's 11 points going into this raid, so he needs all the kills he can get. Every point counts because he's got to be targeting that 3rd place position at least, and he's going to need a lot of points to do that. Meanwhile, Raggleton up on the hill here, overwatching the beach. And is that an airdrop on the left by the LAV? It looks like it might be by the armored vehicle there.
It does look like a little bit of red smoke coming off there. In case you're just joining us or haven't watched any of the other days, airdrops will come in every 3 minutes on this map, full of OFZ shells, which are also the special item in this mission today. Raggleton looking like he has an angle on Gary. Gary trying to get to that airdrop, taking 2 shots, and he's down. Gary down and out. GG's only. Raggleton going to be up there seeing these beautiful shots out of that MDR.
Great.
Really a game changer with the voodoo.
Great shooting by him there. Looked like that first one hit center mass. Second one was the kill shot as well. Good stuff from him. And deciding just to hold this angle still, knowing there's loot and dog tags down there, but does he hear someone behind him in the bushes? This is a busy hill.
Bottom right of your screen, blank near the road. It looks like he just killed Restless. Gonna grab his gear and his gun, decide whether it's worth it. They don't need any more gear after this, being the last map, so you're gonna see them grab a lot of mags, but not a lot of guns to stay underweight.
Frage ist, ob meine Schüsse gehört hat.
Raggleton being very cautious here. I think there's someone in the area. I'm a little upset that Mazza went down so early. I kind of wanted to see the rogues have a little bit of fun with the bear on the map. Meanwhile, we have another airdrop. This is where we see people. This is where we see people start to move with the audio cover. Yeah.
The airdrop's really putting the cat amongst the pigeons.
There you go. I'm so proud of you guys. You're picking this up real good.
Right?
You did, kinda.
I actually Googled it. Can confirm it does exist. Anyway, back on with Raggleton and Bankai looking like they're having some angles on this airdrop, seeing where it lands. Raggleton's still worried about what's up top.
Oh,
and he's going to take down Bankai right to the right with that flick shot. What is that?
Oh. What was that indeed? That's one of the best flick shot point shooting I've seen. There was not a whole lot to hit there. That was insane. Bucket is meta, guys.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. Great stuff from Bankai. Really fun competitor. Put in a lot of good work. We'll get his scores updated as we go, guys. See if he was able to do enough to secure a top 3 finish here. Blank TV standing in the open waiting for this airdrop to hit. Oh, nervy. Grab and run. Grab and run. Let's go. Good stuff, sticking the offset shells in that gamma container. They will not count if he dies, but they will not count for the person that kills him either because they won't have access to them. Cold War agent, indeed. Like little chance to kill a couple of scavs here, get some additional points. Again, chasing a high score here for himself. He needs to really pull this out to just really cement his position in that top 3. I want to see that MIA biting him worse than it already has. Another airdrop, Narwhal. Another one. One interesting thing with these airdrops, of course, is everybody seems to look up when they come in, so you do have a chance to push players, you do have a chance to relocate, move around the map, move from concealment to concealment. I haven't seen this one drop just... Oh, nope, there it is. Thank you, Blank TV, calling me out perfectly. That's quite a long ways away, though. Do you risk running the whole way down there, I wonder, and trying to secure that, or perhaps you go down and kill the competitors already looting? Have a little eye on this. Meanwhile, Desi didn't bring any food. Yeah, such a simple thing to think about, but of course most of these players, being the chads that they are, they all have max metabolism on their main accounts, so I suspect they're not really used to eating anymore, as weird as that phrase sounds. And yeah, he ran out of energy. You're not yourself when you're hungry, you know. Well, find that Slickers bar. Well, their chocolate is available.
Got some juice. Looks like he'll be okay energy-wise, at least for a little while.
It's all about that sugar.
Oh. Na, sikerül.
Oh, Apple with eyes on something here on that hill. That's a player. He sees Mr. Sawyer. Takes a shot. Don't think it connects.
If he hits this.
It was a risky shot to take, but I think it was the right decision. Unlucky with the shot placement. Needs to be careful here.
Azt már szintén buktam. Tű, ez a map.
Consistently changing the angles he's peeking, again, just showing his prowess as a Tarkov player here.
Indeed, and Mr. Sawyer here biding his time before he relocates again, but now he has intel as well. He knows there's someone on this hill potentially in the building. But look at Raggleton's position on the beach, moving towards him. You think they might be about to bounce here into each other? I think so.
It's getting close.
It is. Oh, they're both moving towards this broken down building. And there's an airdrop. Perfect timing. Everybody's looking up.
Who is going to look the right way first, Cheapo?
Mr. Sawyer making a lot of noise, but it might be covered by that airdrop. But Raggleton looking in the right direction now. Oh, stop looking up, guys. That's not the threat. He sees him silhouetted. No!
Oh!
Raggleton goes down! We call it. Don't look up. It's not going to drop a bomb on you. Look around. And he gets taken out by a great shot from Mr. Sawyer. Oh, GG's Raggleton. Let's get some Fs in chat.
Don't look up. Not just an Oscar-nominated film, but good advice for this final map in our tournament today.
Just, I understand worrying about the drop, but so dangerous to just stare up like that. And just came around the corner for a free, probably the easiest headshot he's going to get all competition. GG's, Mr. Sawyer. Big as well for him, going in second place, I believe it was, at the start of Lighthouse, securing his position as best he can. This is still nowhere close to being over, though.
Пиздец, они тут месиво устроили.
GG's to Raggleton as well. Really wonderful play from this map in particular as well. Really fun to watch him. Headed to the big bucket in the sky I'm seeing in chat.
Indeed. GG's to all our competitors, guys. They're all here on merit. They all had to qualify, had to run Lighthouse back-to-back, spent millions of rubles trying to qualify. Only 12 of them qualified for each day, and only 12 of those will qualify for the final tomorrow, where we have drops on the channel. So GG's to all our competitors. Please do go give them a follow. They're playing their hearts out here for you guys today.
Really exciting couple weekends of play here, at least so far for this weekend. Really cool the different missions they have on the private servers and the things that we're able to do because of that in particular. It's really, really awesome to see these players just face off against a higher caliber always.
There's always someone as good or if not better.
Надо почилить.
And these competitors are the creme de la creme of the European region right now. We are seeing some great plays tonight. We're seeing some aggressive pushes, some good strategies. You can tell these guys have done their research. They know what they want to do here.
Tehát most mit kellett volna csinálnom? Sajnos nem nekem kedvezett. Hol van az, ami leesett? Ide esett. Ez mi? Nem látom a füstöt. Ezt nem tudom. Nem tudom, mi történik amúgy. Mint hogyha üres szerveren játszanék.
There is potential here.
Egy drop sem.
These guys are going to be able to see each other if they push for this. Applebringer, is that an airdrop down by Extract as well?
Hát, nem tudok más csinálni. Az is lehet, hogy ezt már kilootolták amúgy.
It is this free loot or is this bait? I'd be a little nervous. With 8 minutes left. I'm needing a good score here. I don't think he has a choice. Surely at this point of the competition, you just go all in. Sheets to the wind, grab every point you can and stay into the last second.
It's so dangerous everywhere on this map right now. There are long rotates, but you got to remember a lot of these players have moonshine from the shoreline raid that they can use that buff on. Help them rotate a lot faster here.
Indeed, and I'm not really allowed to say do those drugs, kids, but I can say do that moonshine. I haven't been told I can't say that one yet, so do that moonshine, kids. At every opportunity, get after it.
Ez nem elég, az a baj, hogy ez még 5. helyre se elég sajnos.
And it does look like he's thinking of extracting here. Is that the right play? There's 7 minutes left here. Extracting 3 points. Good to have it secured. Is that going to be enough for Applebringer? Or do you stay into the very last minute in the hope that there's a few more points to gain? We're going to keep these scores updated. And we're going to get the scoreboard link put in chat for you guys so you can see exactly what's going on. But I'm not sure that was the play there, Norwal.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
I'm not sure either, but we will have to see what it comes out to here. We know Mazza's not going any higher at this point.
We know Maz is not going any higher. We know Blank is still alive, looking at that dubiously placed airdrop, contemplating whether he should go for it or not. It's a tough call, that, because he's just hanging on, was just hanging on to third place.
Wood's really loud.
It's a big shout for him, and Ubba still over here playing with those rogues.
Because that can be seen from so many fucking angles. What's my points difference?
And you can hear them gaming it out. What's my points difference we're hearing? Seeing what can we possibly do? How do we squeeze out these last points, make sure we get as many as possible?
Indeed, and he's asking his battle mod, and you can hear her giving him advice. I believe that is Koa. She is an absolute giga chat at all maps, just a savage. So definitely going to get some sage advice from her here on what he should do.
There's no fucking shot. No one's holding this. Probably take 4 mins.
Have I been saying his name wrong? Is it Blanc? Is it Blink? Is it Blank? Is it Bloop? What is it, guys? Let's get a poll in chat. Let's not.
My name is Jeff.
Blork. Oh, I'm a fan of that one, Lund. I like it. Oh, and look, DZ with eyes on that. I believe that's the same stash that Blank was looking at. So maybe the right call was not to go out there. Ooh, this is interesting. They're both very, very close to each other. If either of them goes out there, the other's going to get a free kill. And this could have a huge impact because both these players are pushing for that third place spot.
Ладно, я все еще жду, мне пофиг. Блин, у меня 12 энергии.
We are hearing it is exceptionally close in the scoreboard, guys. Do not go anywhere. We are now in the final 4 minutes, and it is just a couple of points between these competitors. I'm getting nervous, Narwhal. What about you?
It's so tough. Right now, my heart's beating out of my chest. This airdrop in a really tough spot, too. Whoever goes for it's got to be quick and get out, or they have to fight first.
He's going, and of course we know he doesn't know, but Blank has moved on. So Desi gonna throw that smoke. I love to see smokes used in Tarkov. He's gonna go for this. This could be huge. There could be up to 3 OFZ shells in there, worth a lot of points. This could be a qualification point right here. Ubba, meanwhile, still trying to rack out as many points as he can. Finds an empty airdrop. No points for him there.
You know what? I think we saw Blank realizing I don't want to go MIA again.
Yeah, you know what? Once burned, twice shy. All of that. That 21 points that he lost to MIA. I really hope this isn't going to be the difference between him qualifying for tomorrow or not. But this is what happens in these competitions. You can be thousands of hours deep into Tarkov, but once you get into these competitions, you start to second guess yourself. You start to have doubts. I love it. Is Desi gonna make his extract? This is not what I'm worried about.
Oh,
2 minutes 40. He's got to be able to make Lighthouse, surely. Depends what he runs into, of course. No red rebel extract available on this map right now.
Right. I can go lower, right?
Oh, pain. 2 minutes, guys. I'm preemptively putting an F in my chat box to hit enter in case something goes horribly wrong here for either of these guys.
Oh, no. He needs to move. It hurts. It hurts.
Well, we got some cool heads in chat here. Some cool heads in chat here saying that they're not worried, but Desi needs these points. These points might be enough to get him into third place above Blank TV, but he's gonna need to extract for it to count. Oh, why does this keep happening? Oh, come on,
man.
I think Blank looks safe. Is his extract going to be enough to keep that third place, or is the earlier MIA going to cost him? I can't math that well. We're going to have to let the guys at BSG and our battle mods tell us the scores here. This is, oh no, Desi.
Desi might be getting low on energy here too.
He is getting low on energy, and he's got to run up these hills. He's got weight issues. Is he going to start stripping off here? He can't put the dog tag in his Blank is out. British Ubba moving towards his extract here. I think Ubba's just I think he'll make it, but again,
Desi's out of energy. There's no way.
It's a naked stream, everybody. It's a naked stream. They're taking their clothes off and running. Preempt those Fs, boys and girls. Let's go. Is DZ gonna make it? Is he out of energy? He doesn't seem to be regaining stamina here. Oh, Desi, what a great start to this raid with the kill on Mazib. I don't know, Narwhal.
Oh.
I've got a semi-F right now. I've got my Fs ready here.
I already put one in.
He's not gonna make it. Are we getting a double MIA? Have we seen a double MIA before?
I don't know that we have.
F's in chat. Oh, we will find out just what that cost Desi, but I think he will not be in tomorrow. I'm going to go out and say he's not in the final. I don't know. Reporter, please.
All right, that's gotta be a first. That's gotta be a double MIA for on the final map. I'm blown away. I don't know how that affected our standings, if at all. I think our top three may have been unchanged by that. So let's go to the standings and see who's moving on to the finals tomorrow. In first place,
wow,
our champion from Group D, Masochist, 106 points. In second place, also moving on to the finals, Mr. Sawyer, 77 points. And doesn't have his MIA affect him. Manages to get out of the final raid just fine. Blank, 57 points. Third place, moving on to the finals. GG's to those three there. Moving on to our championship round. And GG's to the rest of the field, because look at like fourth through like ninth. Everybody put up great numbers today. Really impressed by the field as a whole. GG's to everybody involved. What are you guys picking out of this the standings as you look it over?
Yeah, from Blank's perspective, I'm glad his MIA didn't cost him. He's very, very lucky, because I am just getting confirmation. It seems that he would have qualified, I believe, for the final had he extracted. So I believe that is the difference. His 10 or 15 seconds extra cost him a place in the final. My other takeaway is eat some food before you go and raid. He had no energy at the end, which is massive. And it looks like Maza, with the highest score in European qualifying, not as high as the high score we had in NA, which was 109 points, but he will be back tomorrow for the final to give it another crack. Narwhal, what do you think?
The craziest part about Maza having the highest score in EU is that he scored 0 points in the last raid. And he still has the highest score in EU. That is crazy. My main takeaway is keep an eye on your time. Really. I mean, we saw so many people keep an eye on their time in the middle of the raid and think, I have time to move slowly, to rotate around, to really take this fight smart. And we saw people, for example, Blank keeping an eye on his time very, very smartly at the end, getting out with just enough time to put himself in the championship Sunday tomorrow.
That's going to be a stacked field tomorrow. Again, that's 9 a.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Moscow time. And there are drops. Make sure your accounts are linked, Twitch and EFT. Very easy to do. Make sure you get those drops. Folks, this is This has been fun. Jeepo, Narwhal, thanks so much for casting today. This has been a blast. Jeepo, let the people know where they can find you so they can go drop a follow after stream.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Jeepo TV. You can find me on Twitch. You'll find me on Twitter. I'll be streaming probably later tonight. You'll also find me on YouTube, same name. We play Tarkov mostly, and we play it with a sort of a focus on teamwork. And of course, you'll see me back here in Evasion for the final tomorrow. Over to you, Narwhal.
Hi everybody, my name is Narwhal JP. You can find me on Twitch at Narwhal JP. We're actually in the middle of a push for St. Jude right now, so you can probably catch me live tonight as well. And I'll be in chat tomorrow for the championship. Very excited to see this stack field from EU really compete it out tomorrow.
Tomorrow's going to be amazing. And I'm Tarkov Reporter. You can call me Reporter. You can find me at Tarkov Reporter on every social media platform. And TarkovNews.com for the latest in EFT news. We are going to send this over to our Group D champion, Masochist. What a legend. Absolutely slayed today. We're going to go talk to him for a bit. So chat, hang out for the raid. Go hype up Masochist. He is an absolute W key Chad. Had so much fun watching him today. GG's to the rest of the field. Chat, we'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. Thanks for watching.